Hey, welcome everyone to Zack Attack News Live. It is Tuesday, December the 5th. I'm super excited to talk about all these great news topics that we're going to dive into. The box office, what's going on with the Marvels, and why the run is ending. I'm going to first talk about on the channel for the first time, Jonathan Majors, and what's going on with his case. Haven't really dwelled deep in that as well. And I'm going to be talking about some rapid fire news, a bunch of smaller topics that doesn't, need a whole long diatribe. But I think it's really, really interesting. And then we're going to get into some trailer reactions, some trailers I missed, and then we're going to talk about what's coming out this week. So I'm super excited. We have tons to talk about. I don't want to waste no time. Let's see who's in the chat, because we are live, baby. Boy, think he live or something. You know what I mean? I'm out here live. You see what I'm saying? By the way, I'm off from the podcast today, so I'm locked in. That's what I like to hear, baby. Sorry for the loud claps. Also, this is a new mic I just got. I wish I could show it because it lights up. Let me know if I sound really good. I'm still playing with it. I got to do some watch some videos and see what I need to do to get it where it needs to get to. If you're watching this live, please say how you're doing down below. I will get to you guys at the bottom here. Let me know in the live stream chat which one you think is better. Which one do you prefer? Me like this on the side or me down here? Let me know real quick for the people in the chat. And then I'll continue with our first story. Because our first story is going to be about the Marvels. Oh, boy. Sitting sideways? Yeah, okay. I figured, relax, Variety. I hate using you. I hate using Variety. Always putting stuff on the screen. Let me see what's going on. Collective Movie said, hey, Zach, what's up, man? Hey, Matt Film Show, thank you for coming to the live stream. Hey, Zach, Hey, what's up, Zach? Nice, almost at 800 subscribers. Congrats. Thank you so much. Remember when you hit 500. Keep up the good work. Man, 500 feels like so long ago, but thank you so much. They were supposed to read the article, then side is better. Yeah. I zoomed in because I realized I was zoomed so out before that you guys probably couldn't read it with me. And it was just like small words, but I think this is much better where you guys can kind of see what I'm reading and as I'm reading out loud. So the first thing we're going to go into the box office news, where I like to call a little segment, the attack of the box office. And I want to thank everybody in the Zack Attack Nation for giving me that name and voting it on the community tab. That was really great. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is an article for the first time for this, because the big headline for this box office weekend is The Marvels ends its box office run as the lowest grossing MCU movie in history. What a shame. What a shame. This is coming from Variety, a site that did a hit piece on this, so I hate that I'm reading it from here, but there's nothing heroic about the final box office performance of The Marvels. The superhero sequel is officially the lowest grossing installment in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Damn. After 4 weeks on the big screen, the comic book tempo is running out of steam with 80 million in North America and 197 million globally. There will typically be optimism that attendance could rebound over the busy holiday season, but Disney apparently doesn't expect that to be the case because it won't be reporting the film's weekend box office results any longer. The studio wrote on Sunday in a note to the press, with the Marvel's box office now winding down, we will stop weekend reporting of international/global grosses on this title. The film isn't leaving theaters just yet, and the 220 million plus budgeted tentpole is expected to play through New Year's. However, the memo signals that The Marvels is not expected to generate notable coinage during the rest of December. Over the weekend, the movie tumbled to 11th place, right outside the top 10, which is insane for a Marvel film, placed on the box office charts, which is 2.4 million in its fourth weekend. The Marvel opened on November 10th with $46 million domestically to land the worst debut in the MCU. The franchise rare misfire out of the gate. Things only got gloomier. Ticket sales cratered 78% in the sophomore outing to cement another I don't know what that word is. Ignominious. If you guys know how to say that in the chat, spell it out for me. ignominious, I don't know, record, the biggest second week drop off of the series. With an early end to the theatrical run, the Marvel's 2008's The Incredible Hulk, 264 million, not adjusted, is no longer the lowest grossing entry in the series. This degree of disappointment is unusual because Marvel is the most commercially successful film franchise of all time, with 29.8 billion globally across 33 films. Moreover, the passionate MCU fan base has turned out for less embrace entries. This February's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania managed to generate 214 million domestically. That's insane. And 476 worldwide, even though the film was saddled with the worst reviews than the Marvels. Directed by Nita Costa, the action adventure spotlights a trio of spandex heroes: Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Tiana Paris as Monica Rambeau, Iman Vellani as Miss Marvel, who are tasked with saving the universe from forces that seek to destroy it. I feel like that's a really dumbed down version of the plot, but okay. Reviews were mixed, but a bigger problem is that the Marvels ended up bearing the brunt of the audience burnout towards the ever expanding franchise. We're going to talk about that. One that spans the big and small screen. This year alone, Marvel has released 2 other movies and 3 Disney Plus TV series. The Marvels also the first Marvel film that failed to cross the 100 million mark at the domestic box office. This means the sequel entire big screen run didn't come close to matching the opening weekend of the Captain Marvel 2019 153 million debut. That's insane. However, the original adventure with Larson's Carol Danvers had extra momentum because the prime release date between the 2 biggest movies of all time. Look, I want to talk about that too. Captain Marvel tapped out at 1.13 billion worldwide. Yeah, and then Bob Iger addressed it. He talked about it being shot during COVID and how not enough execs was on here and stuff like that. But let's really break down what is going on with the Marvels, and I'm going to talk about the facts, the fiction, and everything else. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. I'm over the Marvels and the MCU hate. Oh God, dude, you speaking to the choir. I'm so tired of it because, especially since I've been enjoying the MCU, and I also enjoyed the Marvels, but I wasn't aware that the organization could just stop reporting numbers like that until this article. Yeah, they can. If they feel like it's not worth it anymore, it's not going to generate positive headlines, they can just forget about it. Like, there's still ways for these companies to get it, and the numbers will probably still be there, like on Box Office Mojo, but they won't be sending it directly to these websites so they can do headlines report. People are so proud of themselves over the failure of this movie, yet folks still lauded and applauded The Flash. Ooh, that's an interesting development. But that movie bombed. So, so that's interesting to say. They gave up on the movie. Should have done better. They gave up on PR to get more people to see it. Hey, Zach, are you going to be reaction review of House of the Dragon Season 2? I don't really do TV show reactions and reviews anymore because I just been so focused on just movies. It's really hard to do movies and the news and shows. And since I'm not doing this full time, I have to cut down on that. So I will watch House of Dragon Season 2, but I probably won't do reviews. I might start doing short reactions to episodes of stuff, but that's way down the purview. Right now, I'm just focused on getting monetized and doing the best live streams I can and focus on movies. I don't remember anyone applauding The Flash. Yeah, The Flash got a lot of crap. Like, almost about the same amount as this movie. So I can't say that. And it also bombed. It was like the biggest superhero movie that bombed ever. I think it's even worse than the Marvels. So I can't compare them in that capacity. There are people defending the Marvels as well. Me as well. But let's break down this box office. Why did this happen? Let's clear all the mess and start from the beginning. I think the main reason this has happened is because Marvel has done a poor job with the character of Captain Marvel, the character of Carol Danvers, and also protecting their actress Brie Larson. They've done a terrible job at all those things. They introduced Captain Marvel between Infinity War and Endgame, and I like Captain Marvel. I like that movie. I've watched it back again, and I was like, oh, I still really like this. It kind of was better on the second time. And a lot of people say, oh, that movie only made $1 billion because it was in between Infinity War and Endgame. But also Ant-Man and the Wasp was also in between Infinity War and Endgame, and that movie did not gross $1 billion. So it just speaks to the quality of the film. It is a better movie than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know a lot of people still don't like it, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand the film a lot. I know there's people that don't like it and understand it, but I think a lot of people don't understand it. They talk about how Brie Larson didn't show emotions and all this other stuff, and that was kind of part of the plot if you really pay attention. But I really feel like they really didn't set up the character in the first film for fans to attach to them. You know, a lot of people felt like this was forced, and all this like MCU people were starting the buzz just a little bit when that movie first came out. But it was such a success, they were quiet. But then as we go, if you look at it, Captain Marvel shows up in Endgame. She has new clothes. She has new hair. She's just this very serious, seems like she's cocky character, but not fun per se. And she feels like she can solve all the problems. It's the Superman problem that people perceive. But with Superman, he has this likable personality that they show. We were not getting that from Captain Marvel, unfortunately. Fast forward, her next showing is at the end of Shang-Chi, where she's kind of just standing there. Another thing of like not showing her being fun. We don't know what's going on with the character. And then we get her in the Marvels. So there's been so many years of this character being being in existence, and she's a major player. It feels like they were setting her up to be a leader of the Avengers. And we only got one movie and two so-so appearances. She was great in the end game, but if you really think about it in that movie, a lot of people were like, oh my God, that was so cool, but they don't really think about the character. And she was also a part and kind of leading that whole thing that where they said the cringy women getting together end game. That didn't help at all either. I thought that moment was really, really cool as a comic book fan, but I understand non-comic book fans and people who just, thought it was cringy or whatever because they don't like certain things forced. So I think the handling of the character was bad. And for them, knowing that this character wasn't favored that much, for them to drop her in I guess like Civil War like movie, because this basically was supposed to be like a Civil War film. I always felt like Captain Marvel should have took the path of Captain America. Captain Marvel is like Captain America First Avenger. Winter Soldier kind of opens her up and connects with the character and things like that. But she doesn't have a Winter Soldier movie in between this and the Marvels. And I think that should have happened. They kind of teased like that something happened in between the movies and the Marvels, but they didn't show us that movie. So it feels like there's a gap in between. If you think about the big three, Iron Man had 2 movies before Avengers came out. Captain America had his movie, Thor had his movie, Avengers came out, and then we got Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Cap 2. We had these characters that you want us to get invested in, and then they had movies right away. So you didn't have to wait. I think Captain Marvel definitely should have had another movie in between where they made her seem more favorable and people understood her character more. So that hurts. A lot of people not connected to the character already. The marketing for the film, I think, was awful. Changing the title of a sequel to Captain Marvel to The Marvels didn't make any sense to me. I feel like it should have been Captain Marvel 2 with a tagline, and then you have Miss Marvel and Photon / Monica Rambeau in the film. Kind of like with Civil War, you had all these different characters in there, but the main person was still Captain America. That's what they should have did with the title. The writer strike did not help. I think that if they were able to promote the film before, and you see how likable Brie Larson is when she's around Tiana Paris and Iman Vellani, them together, I think would have helped. If everyone got the infectious energy of Iman Vellani, a lot of people see that now post-strike, that would have helped a lot. And seeing how nice and cool Tiana Paris is, I think that a real run at that would have really helped this movie a lot in terms of promotion. I think also a lot of people didn't even know it was coming out. But unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to do that. And by the time the movie came out and the strike was over, it was already too late. The movie already was bombing, and there was really no save because all the negative reviews and everything like that. So I think all those outside forces really, really hurt this film. Obviously, there's a political thing going on with people boycotting Disney and not going to see their films. We see it affecting things, all the movies. Multiverse of Madness probably should have been $1 billion movie. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever should have probably been $1 billion movie. Even Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 probably should have been $1 billion movie. These are 3 really quality films that are great in my opinion. I know people have a problem with Multiverse of Madness, and it could have been better, but it's still a great film overall. 3 movies that should have been $1 billion hits. But I see there's a section of the fandom that is boycotting Disney all across the board, not just the MCU, but Pixar, whatever they're releasing, they're not down for it. So that's going to hurt the film as well. And I think also the fact that this was the most experimental film from the MCU, having a sequel film titled differently, having characters that never showed up in a movie star in the movie and be a heavy part of the marketing, especially since Miss Marvel was the lowest watched show on Disney Plus for the MCU. That didn't help. And then Monica Rambeau has a mixed reception, which I'm surprised. I'm seeing that now. A lot of people didn't like what she did in the WandaVision in terms of how she interacted with Wanda towards the end, which hurt people's perception of her in terms of like her character arc. So there was a lot of things that I feel like Kevin Feige and the rest of the production team and the execs didn't put into consideration when pairing these people up and putting this movie together. With all that said, I think the movie is great still, in my opinion. I don't think it's a bad movie. I actually loved it and had a lot of a lot of fun with it, but the movie has problems. It has issues and has very noticeable issues that I feel like should have been addressed. Just the runtime being too short, things just not being able to have a time to breathe. The movie gave it the chance for the movie to have such glaring issues that all these other issues that were on top of it that was facing the tall climb that it had just crashed and burned. And there's no saving for it. And on top of that, I'm not gonna lie, the Marvels, unfortunately, because of all these different things, that it didn't have a clear view. There's a lot of smaller movies that it has competition with. We're going to see, with the box office, when I get to the rest of the movies in the box office, there's a lot of smaller movies that took from the Marvels that you can go check out and see yourself. People, even though I'm not a big fan of the movie Napoleon, people went to go see Napoleon. There's A24 films. There's other indie films that are doing well at the box office. There's animated films. There's still people watching horror films. There's different films that's just taking over and taking money from there. Kills the Flower Moon, another one that are maybe more well-made and more original than the Marvels is. So I think those are all the factors that really, really hurt the film a lot. And because I know a lot in the article they talked about fatigue. I don't think there's really fatigue because Loki season 2 is doing really, really well. A lot of people love that season, and I haven't really seen that negative press. It's trending on Nielsen, and it's been going up from been in the top 5 in Nielsen chart for a long time. Obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did really well. Multiverse of Madness did really well. No Way Home did really well. So it's just the characters that people are invested in that they're gonna go watch. It's the newer characters that are kind of having issues that Marvel needs to address because they're going away from the formula that works. If you watch those early MCU films, they had a formula. They show you the flawed character in the beginning. They get their powers, tech, or whatever makes them a superhero. They have fun with it for a little while in the movie, and then they face off against whatever they have to face off. It was a formula that they kept using that people complained about, but people came to watch it, and you just tie little things here and there to make it feel a little different. And they went away from that for this new phase, which I liked because we were getting different stories and different types of stories. But I feel like that's really, really hurt the new characters. I think with the old characters, yeah, play around with them, do whatever you want. We already established who they are, but with these new characters, they should have went back to square one with these formulas. And then another thing is the VFX, not looking great all the time, being super VFX heavy as well. I think this has been a really big issue, lack of practical effects going on. I think that has hurt the film too. People feel like it looks like a video game. So I think those are the things that hurt the box office of the Marvels. The fact of the matter, the facts are that it wasn't really advertised really well. The writer strike definitely did hurt it, and people were just losing interest in certain characters in the MCU. They don't feel like they have to see every single movie, and they're just not wanting to do the homework that is the Disney Plus films or shows, I should say, because they have low viewership in the Disney Plus shows compared to like other franchise shows and other streaming services. So, guys, let me know what you guys think about the Marvel's box office and everything in the comments below if you're watching this on replay. I'm going to check out the chat before I get on to what's going on with the rest of the movies and see what you guys have to say. Let's see. Got to scroll up. You guys are talking in here. I love it. I don't love Captain Marvel, but the amount of time I spend rebutting the emotion complaint would make you think I love the movie. I know we've had this conversation before. I'm not how people miss the whole who whole emotions are not allowed plot point in the movie. It was a huge plot point in the film, and people just don't realize it. But hope everyone is doing well. Can't believe you are almost at 800 subscribers. Very proud. Oh, thank you so much, Obi. I appreciate you. Yeah, that should be you guys' little nickname. Not little nickname, but nickname, Obi. I like that. Obi, like or Obi from Loki. Don't forget to like the stream. Appreciate that, man. And with the whole Captain Marvel thing, I think it's so-so. It's up to the writers and up to the actress with what she says in interviews and things like that. But good points to what you're making. Yes, the writing needs to be there, and like I said, that's part of the problem. I think I talked about that. I guess that is writing when it comes to making you feel attached to characters and things like that. But I don't think the actresses have said anything terrible. I think what Brie Larson has said in the media is fine. If anybody can find anything in the media that Brie Larson has said that's so terrible, let me know, because I don't see it. I agree. I really feel like Captain Marvel should have had a second solo movie where she spends the movie going after the Supreme Intelligence. Exactly. And we see all this stuff, her getting the Skrulls to that planet and her saving different planets and just seeing what she does, who she is, her and the cat together, and just build those relationships. I don't know. Yo, Zach, big news. The claim on the Bob Marley trailer action was released after I submitted my dispute. My guy. That's what's up. I might do it. I'm scared to do it because they might shut down my stream. So I might react to that later. I'll see. Did you see the GTA 6 trailer, Zach? No, I don't buy or really play GTA. So I wasn't really interested in it. But I'm happy for all you guys because it's been a long time coming. GTA has been a huge franchise in video game space, and I know how important it is for a lot of you guys, but I'm just not interested. I also feel like Leo from Netflix got no attention, which sucks. It was so great. Well, that's a problem with like Netflix in general, where there's just so much content they put out. A lot of things just get overshadowed. And even as an MCU fan, the quality between Loki and the Marvels, there's a big difference. That's partly why the Marvels bombed as well. I don't know. I feel like they just very different stories. And they're both very contained, and I think the Marvels is more fun than Loki was. Like, you got to really think about the last episode. Loki does not represent the whole season, so that's all I gotta say. Let's see. No such thing as superhero fatigue. There's only mediocre fatigue. Yeah, I can see that too. It happens with all franchises. If you don't put any creativity in it or make sure the writing is up to par, it's gonna happen. You know how I felt about the Marvels, so I won't rehash that here. But I'll say is that problems you mentioned were a bigger deal for me and why I didn't enjoy it. And I think it was a bigger deal for a lot of people, and that's why this movie had issues. It had a lot of issues even for the people. There's a lot of people bashing the movie that didn't even see it, but there's people who saw it that have so much issues with it, and the issues that I don't want to say overlooked, but didn't bother me as much because it had so much fun. Really, people couldn't just get over it. So I understand that. Well, I always say, love what you love. I always agree that as well. I thought the Marvels was fun, but it had issues. Yeah. Netflix does not advertise well. No, it does not. But yeah, let's move on. Did I switch it already? Yeah. Close this window. Let's move on to the box office overall. So another movie thing that hurt the Marvels as well, and it's the number one movie this weekend, is The Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, which brought in $21 million. This is a win and a little of a mix of a loss for Beyonce because you would think Beyonce, who is, to me, should be as big as Taylor Swift, would not, I guess not match, because, I think it was too close to the Taylor Swift, and the Taylor Swift film is still going. That it would have been like at least half what Taylor Swift did. Taylor Swift did $93 million first weekend. Beyonce, who's such a huge artist and has the Beehive, only did 21. And when I went to the theater to go watch, I think Dream Scenario, it was a Dream Scenario I went to see, or it was either Dream Scenario or some other film I went to go watch this past weekend. I heard people singing from the theater, screaming out the Beyonce songs. So there are people there, but I don't know if Beyonce was in the public eye as much as Taylor Swift. And there was a lot of discussion about how, Taylor Swift went straight through AMC and how much she's smart, she's a business person she is. And also I think that her tour kind of was like ending closer to this release. I think that Taylor Swift marketed her movie a lot better than Beyonce did. And then Beyonce's movie came out too soon. I think it should have been a little further away from Taylor Swift so people didn't feel like this was just mixing and matching and you don't really need to see it. Another thing that people said that I find really interesting about it, and this is going to get all the negatives out of the way, is that Taylor Swift's show is a lot more PG friendly and Beyonce is more adult heavy, which I could kind of agree. I could see some people not wanting to bring kids to go see the Beyonce movie because it's a little bit more adult than Taylor Swift is. And I can see that also hurting it just a tiny bit. So, but on the positive, the 21 million is still very strong. It's a lot of money pocketed for Beyonce. It's just not going to have the big boffo box office like Taylor Swift, but it's going to bow out really well. It matches other concert movies that's come out, like the Justin Bieber one that came out years ago, and a couple other artists who have released concerts. Now the question is, when the Taylor Swift thing came out, a lot of people are like, oh God, yeah, all these people that go on tour are going to be calling AMC and Regal and trying to get their movies in these theaters to make money. I wonder now, because of Beyonce, who was supposed to be like one of the biggest artists in the world, couldn't capture the audience like Taylor Swift did, will they retract that? Will it be like, okay, maybe we need to think about this? I think there is a space for this, and not everyone should expect like a $93 million opening, but I think between 20 to 30 to maybe $40 million is more of an expectation that makes a lot more sense. So Renaissance was number one movie of the weekend, 21 million. Let's see how it holds as it goes. Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I love the title even more and more. Dropped 51%. I think it's the biggest drop it's had so far. It is grossed 14 million. It's at 120 million, and I think that's huge because the movie was only like 20 to 25 million to make. So I love that. Love this movie. It's in my top 10 of the year. I know some people had issues with it, but I thought it was fantastic. And I'm gonna get to the chat. Keep dropping in stuff in the chat. I'm gonna get to you guys, and I'm just gonna finish up this section of the video. Godzilla -1. Went to go see that. My review is out on my channel. I'm so happy for this film. It was made with $15 million. It was made with, and it made $11 million domestically. I think it made 30 million worldwide or internationally, not worldwide, but internationally. So 41 million on a $15 million budget is amazing. It's already made his money back. It wasn't heavily advertised, so I don't think the advertising budget was super high, and also didn't go super wide. It's kind of wide because if you look at it, like Hunger Games got 3,600 theaters. This has 2,300, so it's a little less than these other movies that you see have gone wide. But it went to a lot of theaters, so it could have did a little bit more with Godzilla. It could have maybe made 15, maybe $20 million, but you can't compare it to the American ones, because the American ones cost like $150 million to make, and it's only costed $15 million to make. And you could tell the difference on the films. Only has one monster. VFX sometimes look a little janky, but the movie is so damn good. Another movie that's in my top 10 of the year. Go check out my review. That hopefully the word of mouth gets it to some good holds, and it makes a lot of money, because I need more. I need a sequel. That was teased at the end of the film. Yeah, I need that. Trolls band together. I think this and Wish, I think, was a bad play. I think that Universal was trying to counter program Wish, And I think that both movies are too similar and they just ate each other apart. And if Wish Troll would have came out later, or Wish would have came out later, you would have combined these box offices and it would have did a lot better. But Trolls overall is doing better. It's grossed 75 million domestically so far compared to Wish's 42 million. And it's just another thing of, I think, Disney being boycotted a little bit, bad marketing. I don't think Wish was marketed that well. And I think Disney Plus really hurting animated films. I think a lot of people are just going to wait for Disney Plus. And I thought, and with Wish, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get to review it, but I gotta say, I'm not even mad if you waited for it. I think it's great if you have kids. Great movie. Go take the kids and go watch it. But if you're just a grown adult by yourself, I think that is something that you can wait for streaming. Unfortunately, that's the first animated movie I've seen for Disney in a while that I'm like, hey, you can wait for streaming. Other things that that's come out, can't say. And we're going to be talking about in rapid fire news about some Pixar films going to theaters. I'm excited for that. Napoleon dropped 64%. Could have happened to a better movie. Dropped from number 2 to number 6. Made 7 million. It's at 45 million. It's not great. This is a box office bomb because the movie cost $200 million to make before marketing. And yeah, I don't hate the movie, but it's just has so many problems. So many problems. And now they're talking about this 4-hour cut, and I'm really not super interested in it. But one thing I want to talk about, a lot of Indian, Bollywood, and Tollywood films are coming out and doing really good. This movie only has 691 theaters, and it did $6 million. That is amazing. That is fantastic, to be honest with you. The fact that it beat out a giant MCU film, I know it's in its 4th weekend, but that's crazy. The fact that it placed in the top 10 is amazing. And I'm happy for that film. I know a lot of people said it was pretty good. The Shift, which is a faith-based movie, another thing we're seeing inside of the box office. Faith-based movies, specifically Christian faith-based movies, are doing really well. Journey of Bethlehem did really well before this, and now The Shift, which is like a sci-fi faith-based movie, which is really interesting, is doing well. And if you want to check out a review, I think the Dave Show has a review for this out on his channel. A few other fellow YouTubers do as well. I'm not gonna get a chance to check it out, and I'm not really super interested in faith-based movies, but I'm happy for you guys. The Silent Night, which is a movie that has very mixed reviews, which has probably hurt its box office. I've seen people say it's really great and it's must watch, and I've seen people say it's the worst movie of the year, which is crazy. Yeah, it's $3 million. Not great for a John Woo flick. Joel Kinnaman is not really a box office draw. I like him and stuff, but he has this kind of plain aspect to him that I think people just don't get drawn to. Thanksgiving dropped another 62%. The box office for this one, or I should say the budget for this one must have been really low because it's getting a sequel and they greenlit it right away. Thanksgiving budget. Movie. I want the movie budget, not Thanksgiving. So yeah, Thanksgiving cost 15 million. So it didn't do as great as other horror movies have done this year, but $28 million made on a $15 million budget is pretty good, and it's probably gonna make so much money when it hits digital, which is probably gonna be soon, and that's probably when I'm gonna get to check it out. I think it hits digital December 15th, so I'm gonna check it out then. And then we talked about it. The Marvels, number 11, Dream Scenario, a movie that I really enjoyed. I'm going to try to get that review out for tomorrow. We'll see. Number 16, it's a small A24 movie, not a high budget. It opened wide this weekend, did 1.6 million, $1.7 million, $3 million total after the limited releases. I think that this movie is fantastic. It's going to get what's the word I'm looking for? It's not gonna get showcased like it should get showcased at the Oscars. And then a couple movies. I haven't got to watch Saltburn, but that's gonna be on streaming soon. I'm gonna get to check it out then. I'm not gonna be able to check with everything that's coming out with. We're gonna talk about the end of the stream, what's coming out this week and what's gonna be coming. I'm not gonna get to check that out. And The Holdovers finally dropped. So I think it was the perfect time for this to go and you're able to rent it. I highly recommend go check out The Holdovers in theaters or rent it. great movie, one of the best movies of the year. And Taylor Swift, dropped from 8 to 15. Finally, people are bowing out and not checking this movie out, and that kind of rounds up the top 15. I don't really need to go lower than that. You see like Killer's Flower Moon, probably good time for it to go to digital. Five Nights at Freddy did amazing. Priscilla did just bowing out, but 20 million is not bad. And Next Goal Wins is a bomb. So, yeah, that is the box office discussion in full. Let's see what you guys are saying before I move on to the next subject. Appreciate everyone in the live stream today. I appreciate you guys being here. I thought I was going to be able to live stream today because I was like, oh my God, there's no news to talk about. But I found stuff. So I'm happy about that. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like adults want their time away from kids when going to see Beyonce, especially moms who need that break. Yeah, they need that break and they need to twerk. They can't do that with the kid around. So yeah, you're right. Hey, Mayan, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing, Mayan? Thank you for joining the chat. I love the new Hunger Games as well. Godzilla -1. Love that movie. I love it too, man. I don't know what your thoughts are about the Hunger Games, but I personally thought we didn't need the third act. I think it would have been better to end it when Act 2 because it was too long. The movie was, I think the movie was under 2 hours. The Hunger Games. Songs or Stakes. How long was this movie? It was 2 hours and 38 minutes. It was long. I actually love the third act, so I don't agree with that. I do feel like parts of the third act was a little rushed. But I love the movie so much, I didn't want it to stop. So I could have dealt with a couple more minutes for them to flesh out that third act. But I thought the third act was important. You need to show how Snow and got to the point where we know he got to. If they end it on the second act, then you don't get the point of the movie. The point of the movie wasn't about the Hunger Games. It was about Snow. Trolls was adorable. I haven't seen any of the Trolls movie. I wonder if I should check them out. Zach, have you noticed a trend that we're getting video game TV shows and movies based on books? What's your thoughts? Oh wait, video games, TV shows, and shows based on books. Well, we've been getting shows based on books forever. Shows and movies based on books forever since the beginning of time. So that's nothing new. But for video games, we also have been getting them, but we're getting more higher quality video game TV shows and movies. And I think that because the video game business is the most profitable business in the world right now, people don't really, not entertainment business in the world right now. I think that's why the movie space is trying to get in there and take advantage. And Mario just showed like you can definitely do it as long as you do it right. $1 billion. Sonic before that also showed that Mario could exist because Sonic has done so well with the first 2 entries, and I'm hoping the third entry is even better. And there's a lot of some of the best stories in the world are from video game stories. Last of Us, fantastic story. We'll love to see it in a movie. The show was great. Not as good as the game, but it was still great, and we're going to see more of that. There's so many untold stories in video games that can make amazing live action products. Horizon, my favorite video game of all time, Horizon Zero Dawn, is another one that can do that. So, and we're getting 2 shows from that. We're getting one on Amazon, one on Netflix, one that's a prequel and one that's a sequel, or something like that. Or I think it's a prequel, and then like right before, I think we get 2 prequels, something like that. I hope they don't mess it up. That's all I'm worried about. Wish and Trolls were pretty good. I haven't seen Trolls, but Wish was pretty good. Allow me to hate Napoleon for you. I don't want to see Napoleon. That's fair. I can't even super highly recommend it to you. The battles are great, but I can't highly recommend the whole movie for you. What's up, Pert? How you doing, man? Go check out his Boy and the Heron review. He just dropped that bad boy, the hardest working man on YouTube. I'm checking out on Friday. I'm upset I sweat and saw Silent Night. I haven't heard mixed reviews on Silent Night. I've heard terrible reviews for Silent Night. I've seen some people that said they like it, but it's love what you love, right? What's your most disappointing movie of the year? My most disappointing movie here is Napoleon. Hold on, let me not lie. Let me check out. Let me pull up the letterbox. Let me pull up the letterbox. Let me see. What's at the bottom of my list? Is there any movie that I was anticipating was at the bottom of my list? You know what? Ant-Man Quantumanium is probably my most disappointing. I want to reveal that because I'm gonna make a top 10 most disappointing movies of the year ranking at the end of the year. So save that, pin that, Obi. I'm gonna say that. Thanksgiving was awesome. I gotta watch it, man. I heard it was great. I'm gonna make a top 10 horror movies I saw this year, so I definitely want to watch that. I don't know if it's, have I seen 10 horror movies? I've probably seen 10 horror movies. The movie will become a cult classic, probably. I'm gonna go to see Dream Scenario this weekend. Yes, I'm happy. I want everybody to go see that. Saltburn was good but very strange. That's my kind of movie. Strange and pervy movies. Dream Scenario was fantastic. Whoo boy. That climbed into my top 5 easily. Close the Flower Moon is out on Apple TV today. For rental. It's not for stream. So don't think you can just watch it. It's on for stream. I'm great, thanks. And you, I'm doing really good because you're here. You make this quality. All you Zack Attack Nation people, man. And Mayan being an OG Zack Attack Nation member, always joining my live streams. Appreciate you, man. I'm having a good time. I enjoyed Hunger Games, and Rachel Zegler was a star. She was amazing in this movie. Have you seen T? This is why you my guy. She is a star. Ever since I saw her in, I don't think I saw her in West Side Story, but what was it, West Side Story? I think she was in West Side Story. I didn't see West Side Story, but I saw her in Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I was like, yes, I love her. She just has a presence about her. And then this, fantastic. I love her. I can't wait. The Last of Us. Oh yeah, we had a conversation about that. I know you didn't really care about that. The Creator was my most disappointing movie. Oh wow, really? The Creator. I really, really liked The Creator a lot. It didn't blow my socks off, but I thought it was great. Aw. Is Letterboxd free? Yes, there's a free version. And it's great. Go check it out, man. I think it's, if you're a movie fan, even a casual movie fan, I think it's essential. I think it's essential to have Letterboxd. Rachel Zegler can sing her out. Hell yes, she was fantastic singing. Holy crap. Yep, Letterboxd is free. Yes. Okay, so that was the end of the box office talk. Talking about the Marvels, talking about the rest of the box office, deep diving into everything that was going on in the box office. Thank everybody in the live stream who will stick around. I'm going to be talking about the next section, but if you've been watching the replay or this separated, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be along for live streams and check out the rest of my reviews, reactions, everything. We're going to move on to the next topic, man, and we're going to be moving on to maybe another MCU disaster, and that is going to be talking about Jonathan Majors. And I'm hoping it's not. And you know, if you follow channel member, or not channel member, but channel friend of the channel, Showmonger, he makes a lot of videos about this subject from the beginning. As soon as it was reported, he does really great deep dives, and I feel like I've found out the facts because he really pulls sources from everywhere and really shift through everything and everything like that. So everything's looking decent for me for Jonathan Majors, but the trial, after being pushed so many times, is finally beginning. And I haven't really talked about this on my channel, but now that there's official things coming out in terms of the trial and what they're going to be using, I guess I'll cover it as the news starts. Let's see what's going on. So Jonathan Majors' accuser testifies as assault trial, describes altercation in car. Grace Jabari, who began a romantic relationship with Majors after they met on set of Ant-Man, claims the actor injured her as the two fought about text message pointing towards infidelity. And this is a lot of reason why a lot of people said that he shouldn't bring Megan Good to the trial because it looks bad, because maybe he was cheating on her, Megan Good, blah, blah, blah. But let's see what this article had to say. Let me know if you guys see it well. Grace Jabari took the witness stand Tuesday, telling her version of the events that led to the arrest and subsequent charges against ex-partner Jonathan Majors. Majors faces 4 charges of misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment after police responded to a 911 call, and Jabari reported being assaulted by Majors, with police noting that she had sustained minor injuries. The Marvel actor has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his defense attorney, Priya Chaudhry, has claimed Majors called 911 out of concern for Jabari's well-being. To dwell on this a little bit, things that I've heard about this is that in terms of like some of the charges, I know that 4 charges got dropped before a lot of this testimony happened. So I don't know if some of this stuff was dropped, but a lot of charges already have been dropped. But they're not talking about that at all, which annoys me. And the way people are reporting this annoys me. But a lot of these things have been dropped already. And in terms of The call, there's a very detailed report about Jonathan Majors calling 911 because Grace Jabari was found in her bathroom, looking like maybe trying to unlive herself. And he was concerned for her safety and called, like I said, well-being, and called them for that. So that's a little background on some of that stuff, so you're not confused by the wording. Prosecutors have alleged that March 25th incident began after midnight when Majors and Jabari were in a private car home, and she observed a text message on Major's phone stating, "Wish I was kissing you right now." Oof. Jabari confirmed this version of events, saying she was shocked by the possibility of infidelity given the seriousness of their 2-year relationship, which she said was heading towards marriage. She said she grabbed the phone to see the message, but Majors, who then pried her finger from the phone, grabbed her arm and right hand, twisted her forearm, and then struck her right ear to get the phone away from her. Oof. She says Majors ordered the car to stop when she tried to leave the car. She testified that Majors picked her up and threw her back inside. Wow. I think there's a video showcasing that didn't happen, but let's see. Prosecutors showed a video of this moment as well as subsequent surveillance videos of Majors running down the street with Jabari chasing him. That's interesting. So she's saying that here that Majors picked her up and threw her back inside and all this other stuff, but there's a video of Majors running away from the situation in the street and she's chasing him, which she said was to get answers about who he was texting. She was frequently asked whether she felt in pain. While she said she had felt physical pain, she added that she was in a heightened emotional state, and as a dancer, oh, okay, she's over here advertising herself, is able to withstand a high level of pain. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's messed up. If it actually happened, it's not funny. Abuse is not funny. I just feel like this, when you think about the context of everything, that's a weird thing to say. I don't think it doesn't matter if you're a dancer. A man twists your arm and hits you in your face and throws you. I don't think it matters what man. And Jonathan Majors is a big, strong man. I think it doesn't matter what level of dancing you're doing. Majors looked on from the table with his attorneys as she pointed to their relative positions in the car on photos and detailed her versions of the events. The actor was again accompanied to court by his girlfriend, Megan Good, as well as his mother, aunt, sister, other supporters. Black women got to support the black man. Hopefully the black man didn't do this. After first exiting the car, Jabari said she ran into 3 strangers in the street and asked for help getting a car home. Given that her purse and phone were still in the car, Majors walked by her and the two entered the car again to talk, at the end which time she grabbed at his shirt to keep him from leaving. Majors left to stay at a hotel. She later agreed to go with the strangers who had been observing the event inside the car, okay, to their friend's birthday party at a club, she said. So she just she got assaulted and then she left with strangers to go to a party. Okay. Her time in the club dancing has been pointed to as a sign of her lack of injury by defense. But Jabari is mixing me up for some reason. But Jabari said it was to seek comfort from her new friends. Interesting. There's a video of her in the club. A lot of people were saying they don't see any bruises on her wrist, arm, or face. And there was like reports of her limping, and they don't see any of that stuff. So this is just, all that seems a little weird, but this is her side of the story. The worst thing in my head would have been going back to the empty apartment we shared. This is what Jabari said. Jabari did not finish her testimony Tuesday and was set to continue Wednesday, at which time she was also expected to be cross-examined by the defense. The defense has alleged that Jabari was the aggressor in the car, including slapping, clawing, and scratching Majors, and later tearing his coat. Defense attorney Chargy has also alleged that claims are a result of Jabari making false allegations to ruin Jonathan Majors, which part of it has really hurt him after the two broke up. In her earlier testimony Tuesday, Jabari, a dancer and movement director, okay, that makes sense why she was on the set of Ant-Man, meeting Major on the set of Ant-Man in August, and a period of feeling very loved and cared for as they began dating. She then detailed several alleged incidents of Majors growing angry with her and yelling at her or withholding affection over incidents, including spending time away from him and not answering her phone, which she said he told her she would not share with her friends and family. In her opening statements, Chargy said her prior history was nothing to do with what happened in the car, very to do with Jonathan Majors. Jabari teared up several times during her testimony and said she feared him physically quite a bit after an alleged incident in London in September 2022, in which she said Majors pulled her headphones out of her ears, smashed them on the ground, and later threw her things around the room as she tried to pack. After she recounted each alleged incident, Judge Michael Gaffey instructed jurors that the testimony was not being offered as proof that the defendant had a propensity or a predisposition to crime, but was offered as a possible background information. As previewed, the opening statements Monday, prosecutors are trying to make the case that these events influenced how Jabari acted on March 25th, including her initial was to tell the police what her injuries. So that's the full testimony. The facts here is we don't even know if they haven't stated that there's a fact that he got this text. That's a major thing. We haven't got a fact that we got this text that she said she saw. There's no fact of that. There should be an easy way to find it. Even if he deletes the text, there's a way to go through phones and services and get it. So the fact that it hasn't been brought up is really interesting. So the text is allegedly missing or exists, but the fact that it's not a big thing is weird. Another thing about this is that there was an altercation inside the car. That is a fact. There was her chasing after him. That was a fact. Her saying that he hit her. We don't have any footage of that. Her saying that she was thrown back in the car. We don't have any footage of that, but we have footage of him leaving the car, running, and her chasing after him, and then her stopping with people. And even that footage where I saw her stopping the people that she was talking to was like pointing at him, and one guy looked like he was going to go after him. I guess that she told the guy, the stranger, which is really, really weird to tell a stranger that information, that she was abusing her. And he just walked away from the situation, and then she went after him, pulled his shirt. I don't know if that's on footage. They didn't say that either. And the facts of that is that they separated after this. She went to the party, he went to his hotel, and then she went home. All this other stuff in here is her side of the story, and I'm very sympathetic to people who are abused. It's not a great thing at all. I'm really hoping that, she really wasn't abused that night. And that this is something that maybe can just be pushed away, because I really personally care for Jonathan Majors to succeed. But if he is an abuser, he does need to get locked up and go away. But everything in the article just seems more like there's contradictions going on with footage, with what she's saying. It just seems unknown. So we're going to get more information on Wednesday. Hopefully things get more cleared up, but things are looking like it's in a standstill in the middle in terms of the facts. We know that she didn't show any injuries. We know that she went to a club after. We know that she ripped his coat. They didn't show footage, but we know that she pulled on him and she chased after him, and there's allegedly a text, but that's all we know so far. But I think that the way that this has been promoted by the trades is very one-sided and really against Jonathan Majors. Every time there's a big development on his side, they never put it up, but when there's a big development on the other side, they always put it up. Like the fact that she ran away and the police couldn't find her for months and she went to another country. It's really, really weird. Someone abused you, unless that person is chasing after you. I don't see why you would do that. The fact that they had to almost subpoena her to get her there, and this is information I got from Chillmonger, and he had the facts to back it up. It was just really weird. So we'll see as the story begins. Any major developments, I'll probably touch on it. But this is a very unfortunate situation. Let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, I think he's talking about the creator. Okay. Okay, I'll save that question later for the Q&A. Obi. Hey, just got home from doing some errands. Hey, thank you for joining the live stream again, man. After watching Loki, if they drop Majors from Disney, I hope they don't recast the character. I just hope they drop the character, because no one can replace him as that character. The way everything is sounding with Michael Waldron writing both films, they said that they're writing Kang Dynasty. It looks like that's going to be the film, and I think that they're going to recast him if this is true and he gets indicted and goes to jail and everything like that. I think he probably will be recasted, and they'll move on, and we'll see what happens from there. But I don't think they're gonna just drop him completely. It's too much. He's been too involved in the MCU so far for them to pivot so hard. I don't understand leaving the the abuse because people are crazy. I'm sure she got death threats because of this. That's also true. That's something I never thought about. But if the police want to bring you in custody, maybe she doesn't trust the police. That's also another case. So this is going to be something that goes on for a couple weeks, maybe, as information is revealed, and hopefully it's resolved. And I'm hoping that I'm rooting for Jonathan Majors. But like I said, if it comes out that he actually did this and they have hard proof that he did this, then lock him up. That's kind of how it is. I'm rooting for Jonathan Majors. I hope this is not what happened to him. I do hope that if all her accusations are false, that they do something to her, because that's not good. You can't just accuse people like that. You shouldn't be able just to get away. But like I said, if he did this, lock him up. If she's lying, lock her up too. That's kind of basically where I'm at with that. But we're about to move on to the next subject. If you are watching this on the replay or watching this when I cut it up, hopefully, let me know your thoughts about all this information that came out about this report with Jonathan Majors. How are your personal feelings? How you feel about the facts? How you feel about the hearsay? And what are your thoughts on how the trial is going? Drop all those comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Zach Attack Nation on the road to 800 subs. And we're going to be moving on to the next subject. But let's see what the chat has to say real quick about other stuff other than this particular topic. So Open Thorn Line said, what's being your most YouTube video you being most proud of about that you've done? My most proud video is probably my Everything Everywhere All at Once review. It's my highest viewed video, got me a lot of subs. It's my favorite movie of all time, and I think it's a really solid review. Honestly, I'm a better reviewer and better presence since then, but that's probably my proudest review. I got to see that movie early, and it really showed me that I could reach people, and people will sub to me and things like that. I just need to be able to see these movies early and not be in the crowded space reviewing the movie the day or 2 days or 3 days after it comes out. That's the hard part about not doing this full time. But yeah. After watching, we talked about that. Abuse. You said exactly. Real quick, do you use the Letterbox app? Yes, I do use the Letterbox app. I do use it. I'll use it a lot. I'm on it every day, probably. I'm thinking of starting mine now. Yeah, definitely set it up and follow me, and I'll follow you too. I really hope this isn't true that he did this. Me too. I think innocent or guilty that this has ruined his career. I don't think it's ruined his career. I think it will hurt his career a little bit because there's other people trying to come out and say he's an abuser. I think everyone will side-eye him a little bit, but if it's proven that he's not guilty, I think he will still continue to work and stuff like that, get big roles, but it has to be like a shadow of a doubt for this to happen. This is not a Amber Heard situation yet. But yeah, that is, we're going from one MCU news to another, moving on to some quick fire news that I don't think needs like a whole long deliberation, that we could talk about really quick. And I keep forgetting to put these little things here, but it's fine. But we're going to get into the rapid fire news. So first in the rapid fire news, we're going to be talking about something that Kevin Feige talked about real quick. And I think this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And that Kevin Feige says Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, will not return to the MCU, which is a huge surprise to me. As for other Avengers, the president of Marvel Studios did not address the rumors of their return, which makes sense because other Avengers have not died, other than Black Widow. Everyone else is still alive. The other five Avengers of the main cast. But he said Robert Downey is not coming back. This is reported by Hollywood Reporter. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man will not be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least according to Kevin Feige. In an interview with Vanity Fair about the third act of Downey's decade-long career, the president of Marvel Studios addressed the rumor that all the original Avengers will be returning in one form or another in the future MCU phase. We are going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again. Feige told the publication about Tony Stark's emotional final moments in Avengers Endgame. We all worked very hard for many years to get to that, and we would never want to magically undo it in any way. It seems difficult to imagine a Marvel universe that does not include Robert Downey Jr., but before he was cast in crucial role Iron Man, the studio was hesitant about casting him. That's famously reported, despite Feige and director John Favreau vying for him. It purely came down to the Marvel board being nervous at putting all their chips in their future films on somebody who famously had those legal troubles in the past. I wasn't very good, and I'm still not great at taking no for an answer, but also to try to get my way. I try to figure out ways to make it as clear to other people that why we should head in a direction. And that's when the idea of the screen test came up. At that point, Downey had already been nominated for an Oscar for Chaplin and should have been able to get the role without auditioning, but Marvel execs needed to see for themselves that he was the right person for the part. Following his Iron Man casting, the Oppenheimer actor went on to be a team player with his fellow superheroes and fought for them at various points. That's why the MCU worked, man. Ahead of the Avengers, he even used his contract negotiations to get higher pay for his co-stars. We used to joke and say Robert was the head of the acting department because everyone there looked up to him. He took them all under his wing, but not in a subservient sense. He just became their cheerleader. Quick news. Just wanted to bring that up because there's been a lot of rumors about Robert Downey Jr. and the original Six Avengers coming back to the MCU and coming back in Secret Wars. I thought that was going to be done deal. 6 original Avengers coming back to Secret Wars as multiverse versions and coming to help save the day, something. But Kevin Feige says no. Rob Downey Jr. is done. And I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings about this. And it's coming from Kevin Feige. This is not a rumor. This is not discussing film on Twitter or Daniel RPK who be having leaks. This is something coming from the guy who runs the joint and has been crafting this universe as he goes. And I think that this makes sense. I think the Endgame situation was very meaningful. And this is not a comic book. It needs to stay like that. So when you're watching it again, get that emotional punch and not going, yeah, well, I'm going to see him again. It's always going to be like, damn, I'm never going to see him again. And that sacrifice matters. Because that's always been a big thing in the MCU. People say, oh my God, sacrifice doesn't matter. But I think this is great. I'm mixed because I really want to see, alternate versions of the Avengers in Secret Wars. But I'm also like, I'm fine with them not bringing him back because they want to keep that moment cherished. If they bring him back, because they said, I think it specifically says he's not coming back as Iron Man, right? It says Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man will not return. So the only caveat there is that we may see Robert Downey Jr. back again, but I think that he might just be as a different character. So, yeah. Let's see what the chat has to say real quick. Some of these questions that don't have to deal with the topic at hand, I'm going to save them for the Q&A at the end. Thank God. I don't want to see any of the old heroes. Let's move on. I agree as well. Let's give time to these new heroes, these legacy characters. Let's get them popping. So for the next 20 years, 15 years, we have all these characters hyped up, getting their sequels, and people fall in love with these new characters. What's up? Hey, Dello Movies. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you being here, man. The RDJ story isn't news, just the powers that be telling fanboys to shut up because it ain't happening. I think it is news because there's a lot of rumors saying that they were coming back. And even when he was asked about this on the red carpet of the Marvels, he didn't give a straight answer. So I think that this is him giving that straight answer now. I think that 616 Iron Man is coming back, but I do think a variant is coming up. I definitely think there's going to be an Iron Man variant. I just don't think it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. I don't think he's going to play any version of Iron Man. I think he may play something else. Maybe that'll be fun, but I don't think he will be Iron Man. I'll leave that question, what's that, collector for later. So I could just get through the topics, and at the end, I'll answer any non-subject questions. Similar to how Loki is dead, but we just watched the variant Loki. Yeah, but I hope they don't do that. Like with Loki, him dying wasn't like this great sacrifice that capped all these things and saved the universe. It happened, and I think that it was fine for the Loki variant to kind of like come in, and it created a great show. I'm sure a variant is coming. The variant won't be played by RDJ. I'm really pulling for Tom Cruise. That'll be so fun. I know he was almost in Multiverse of Madness, but it'll be really fun to see Tom Cruise. But next on the rapid fire news, because this I'm not gonna stick too long on each subject, is Pixar Soul, Turning Red, and Luca is coming to theaters after Disney debuts during the pandemic at Disney Plus. After Disney Plus debuts during pandemic. After the Disney, what is this going on? Oh, this ad is in the way. That's why I can't read this. Pixar Soul, Turning Red, and Luca coming to theaters after Disney Plus debuts during pandemic. Pixar Soul, Turning Red, Luca are coming to theaters after they originally had streaming-only releases Disney Plus. The 3 movies will come to theaters nationwide in 2024, with tickets going on sale January 2nd for Soul. I think I'm going to go check that out. It's coming to theaters on January 12th. Wait, Soul on January 2nd. Soul, well, tickets going to go on sale January 2nd. Soul's coming January 12th. Turning Red February 9th. That's weird that they're not putting Soul in Black History Month, but whatever. Turning Red February 9th, and Luca will arrive in March 22nd. They will be accompanied by short films Burrow, Kitbull, and For the Birds, respectively. Soul was the first Pixar movie to release exclusively on Disney Plus amid the pandemic. While most theaters were closed, Luca and Turning Red also debuted on Disney Plus the following years. Pete Stockner, Pixar's creative chief officer, spoke to Variety before the release of the studio's unexpected hit Elemental earlier this year and said that Disney Plus rolls out trained families to watch movies on streaming. In the long run, there's been a bit of a mixed blessing because we've trained audience that these films will be available for you on Disney Plus, and it's more expensive for a family to afford to go to a theater when they know they can wait and it'll come out on the platform. We're trying to make sure people realize there's a great deal you're missing by not seeing it on the big screen. I agree. In the case of Elemental, it's a beautiful spectacle. There's details everywhere. Yep. Love that movie. One of my favorite movies of the year. I think you feel it more and it's better experience. I think you feel it more and it's a better experience. I agree. That shared experience with a lot of people discovering it for the first time. There's shared. That's funny. I was saying that, and that's what they're saying. There's the shared experience as well, that you get to see it in a room with strangers, and there's something about the energy that comes from other people that makes the whole experience more vibrant and interesting. Hey, I'm a seer, man. I saw him saying that. Elemental released theatrically in June, had a mighty rebound after starting out the lowest opening weekend in Pixar history. I'm so happy. It had great word of mouth, and it ended up doing well. Did $500 million worldwide. Yes. We have a lot of different revenue streams, but at box office we're looking at now, it should do better than break even theatrically. And then we have revenue from streaming, theme parks, consumer product, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. I'm really happy that these 3 films, I haven't seen Luca, but I saw Soul, which I absolutely love, and I think deserves to be seen on a big screen. And I saw Turning Red, which I absolutely loved as well. One of my favorite movies. I think it was in my top 10 movies last year, or maybe top 15. And I'm really glad all these movies are going to go to the theaters. I think I might go see Soul in theaters. I think that deserves my money because I love that movie. And I might see similar Turning Red in theaters, depending. Maybe I might go see with my friend who's in the live chat right now, Ariella. I know she loves those movies as well. But I'm really, really, really excited that this is happening. Let's see what the live chat has to say about this. No one will go see those movies. I don't think that's true. I think there will be people who will go see these movies. I think that the beginning of the year is going to be really, really quiet because all these movies got pushed because of the writer strike and the actor strike. So it's going to be January, February, and March are probably not going to be heavy movies. Like how this year from April up until now has just been movie, big movie. And it's just been so crowded. I think there's going to be a breather in 2024 when it comes to movies. So I think there's going to be people who will go see these movies, who love them, go see them in theaters. Soul and Turning Red were good. I didn't really enjoy Luca, but no one is going to see those movies in theaters. Don't say no one. I think people will go see it. See, I might go see Luca in theaters because I haven't seen that movie yet. See, right there, don't say no one. Someone's going to see it. Weird move by Disney. Most of the target audience has already seen this movie multiple times, and some people will support it in cinema. And there's some people who don't have Disney Plus that will go check them out. That didn't get to check them out on thing. There's a lot of people that don't have Disney Plus and don't rent movies and stuff like that. So they'll go see it in theaters. So it's not a weird movie. I think it's pivoting, going from, okay, these movies are worth the theatrical watch, because they are. They're great movies. They're beautifully detailed, great animation, and they should deserve to be seen on the big screen. Let's retrain the audience to know, go check these movies out in theaters. And I think that's positive. And I think they're going to start moving things away from going to streaming so fast. We've already seen some movies take more 6-7 months to get on streaming instead of going like in 14 or 30 days. And I think that's the best way possible. Yeah, I definitely might go see Turning Red. I've never seen it before. I love Turning Red. It was so good. Soul, Turning Red was so great. I love those two movies. I need to see Luca though. That's why I might go see Luca in March in theaters because unless there's something really huge coming out that same weekend, I might go see Luca in March because I really want to see it because I heard it was really good. Uh, on to the next rapid fire topic is Nick Cage wants to say adios to movies and try out TV. This is coming from him after he dropped like 17 movies this year. This is coming from CNN Entertainment. I usually don't use them, but this was like the most reputable source I could find right away that was talking about this film. We'll talk about the story. Nicolas Cage is a movie star with more than 100 film credits to his name, but the Oscar-winning actor may be ready to try something new. I feel I've pretty much said what I've had to say with cinema. That he told Into It Up Rocks on Monday. I would say adios. I did what I had to do with cinema, and I want to move on now. Currently starring in Dream Scenario, which I think might be his best or one of his best performances in a long time. Cage has 4 more film projects he's slated to appear in. Then he said he's hopeful for a post-film career that will allow him to switch formats and go into something other way of expressing my acting. So his next 4 films that he have, that might be his last 4 films, and he wants to switch over. I'm very interested in the immersion of streaming with episodic television. I've seen things that can be done now with character and time they've given to express themselves. And I think that Nicolas Cage is an actor that can take big chances with that and do a great job with that time of expressing himself. Cage credits have allowed him to explore the margins of film performance in every genre, he said, but feels he may not have anything else to learn in cinema. Describing himself as a student, Cage is seeking more. I have something to learn in television. While a format switch is appealing to Cage, the 59-year-old also wishes to spend more quality time with his family, including his new baby daughter. Wow, I didn't know that. Congratulations. That he shares with his wife, Rico Shibata. What's more important is my children. I can find an episodic show to do that, stay in one place where don't have to keep leaving. We can all be together on a personal level would be great. That's really nice. I think Nick Cage has had a resurgence in the last couple of years where he's dropped some really quality films, and he's dropped some films too, but he has dropped some really quality films that will be cult classics and hit hit movies as time goes on. But guys in the chat, what are some movies that you think shows that exist right now that you think Nicolas Cage would be great for? What are some shows that you would love to see Nicolas Cage take on, or some ideas that you would love to see Nicolas Cage to see in an 8-episode, 6-episode, 10-episode, 1 hour long series? I think that he could do crazy in a lot of those things. Let's see. Turning Red was excellent. Yeah, it was. Soul was excellent as well. Might have to go see Luca. I want to see Luca. I heard Luca was good. Nick Cage is Nick Cage in the next season of True Detective would be gold. Woo! That is an amazing idea. Have you seen with T? Now the question is, who's his counterpart? Who's going to be with him? If Nick Cage is in that, he has to be with somebody. Who are they going to pair him up with? I would love. I don't know if this is going to happen, and I don't think he's been on the show. I would love him and Pedro Pascal because they have such great chemistry and have unbearable weight of massive talent that I think it would be amazing for him to be in a true detective with Pedro Pascal. I think they will do amazing, and I think it will do great. I would definitely support these movies if they're good with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, man, I highly recommend go check out Dream Scenario. It went wide this week, so it should be in theaters for you guys to check out. It's really good. I haven't seen his. I've seen Redfield, which was good. I haven't seen his other movies that he's dropped this year. I think he had like Retirement Plan. I heard that movie wasn't great. And he has Sympathy with the Devil. I heard that was good. I want to check that out with Joel Kinnaman. But that was a movie that went straight to PVOD really fast. Plenty of people, kids who don't have Disney Plus have still seen those movies many times, thanks to friends, family, even at school. Can't see them making a ton of money from this. I don't think it's about making tons of money. It's just saying, here, these are theatrical releases, and some people will go check them out. And word of mouth will come out. Maybe people go and check it out on streaming again. Because the whole format was supposed to be you check out the movie in theater, it makes a lot of money, you go see it there, it gets all this great word of mouth, and then you check it out on streaming maybe in 6-7 months, maybe a year. But things with the pandemic and everything has trained people to stay at home, and it's messing up the movies, and it's hurting the quality and the budget of films. So I'll say it. I think this is a good idea, especially with how slow those beginning months are. You may not go see them, but I think people will. There's re-releases of movies all the time, and people go see them, and they end up in the top 10 of the box office in the weekend. We just saw that with I know Nightmare Before Christmas is a really, really old movie. It's a classic, but we see these with older movies all the time, where people will go check out older movies, and you can watch them on streaming. You can rent them at home, but they want to go to that theater experience, that shared experience. It's different going to see it with a bunch of kids in the theater and with kids you don't know, and just experience it with them, or seeing people who've seen it for the first time. I believe Cage. I will believe Cage when there's no more movies coming out. I understand. I get that. Nicolas Cage could be great in The Boys. Oh my God, that's a great idea. I don't know if the show will still be going on by the time he's done his 4 movies, but yes, he would be fantastic in that. That will be somebody acting wise that will give Anthony Starr a run for his money. I can say that. A true detective. I think he would be excellent in that. Yep. Cage would be great in just about anything. I agree. Dream Scenario definitely could have worked as a series. Yeah, it's kind of a Black Mirror, Twilight series kind of thing. Florence Pugh. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, Florence Pugh and Nicolas Cage. I think her sensibilities will work well with Nicolas Cage because she has comedic timing. She's great at serious acting. She's younger, so this could be like an older, younger dynamic that could be playful. I like this guy, man. Good stuff. I like to see Nick Cage in a show at a tone like Severance. Yes, or just being in Severance. If he could be in Severance season 2 or 3, because they're taking so long. Or we're talking about live action. Let's see him in some animated stuff. He did amazing in Into the Spider-Verse, and he's probably gonna do great in Across the Spider-Verse, or what's the next one? Beyond the Spider-Verse. I think that Nick Cage in animated stuff will be great. Him voicing characters. Yeah, so true. The pandemic really messed up everything for the movie going experience. It really, really did. I think Barbenheimer has helped a little bit. I've been seeing more and more people go to the theaters recently, but it's still not the same. I think putting out those movies in theaters is a show of goodwill towards the animators and voice actors who work so hard on them. I agree. It's not solely based on just making money. It's about putting forth some goodwill on Pixar and getting that brand back to where it needs to be, especially since they have another Toy Story coming out. They don't want people to wait for streaming for Toy Story 5. For Nicolas Cage pens, if they want him to return for Ghost Rider for a TV show, but I could see him in Severance. I could see him making maybe a cameo as Ghost Rider in one of those Marvel movies. But we'll see, because he really didn't like his DC experience, but a lot of people don't like the DC experience. So we'll see. Did you hear that Spider-Man Noir is getting his own show? Yes, he's getting his own show on Prime Video. They just got, I think, the Punisher writer to write it. So I don't know if Nicolas Cage is reprising his role, or this is going to be a different version of Noir, but that's really interesting. I think that could be a really great show. Oh yeah, so I have one last rapid fire. This is going to be talking about a movie that I really liked, and I'm excited for the sequel. That's I Am Legend 2. So Will Smith talks making I Am Legend 2, where Michael B. Jordan addresses Oscar slap. I'm deeply human. I'm not going to really go into the Oscar slap thing that's been talked to nauseum, and he's apologized before and everything. But this is like really quick, because Will Smith is still one of my favorite actors of all time. I have a call with Michael B. Jordan tomorrow. The script just came in. I'm probably giving away too much. Smith said that while his character Robert Neville dies at the end of the first film, the DVD extras contain an alternate ending where the character survives, and the sequel will exist in that world, which is really, really interesting. And I know a lot of people might be confused. They need to put out a version of that movie where the sequel, the DVD ending, is attached to the movie instead of the original ending, so that people can see that. Because I think people will be very, very confused. They're like, "Oh my God, Michael G. and Will Smith in a movie? Wait, this is a second one? Let me go watch the first one." And they see him die, and like, "Wait, how is he in this one?" I'm like, "Oh, it's in the DVD ending." What? Let's release a new version of the movie with the DVD ending. We're going with the mythology of the DVD version where my character live. I can't tell you anymore, but Michael B. Jordan is in, and we're doing it. Directed by Francis Lawrence. Was this the guy that did I think he just did Hunger Games. So he did a great job directing that. So I'm down for the seeing what he does with this. It was released by Warner Brothers in 2007. It made $585 million worldwide, including $256 million in North America. Movies would kill to make $256 million in North America. Oh my God. The Marvels would have loved this. The sequel was first announced in 2022 with Akiva Goldsman, writer, producer of the first film, also returning. Yeah. What do you guys think about I Am Legend 2? Do you think it's a good idea? Did you like, this doesn't need a sequel? Did you like the first one? What do you guys think about I Am Legend 2 and them going with the alternate ending instead of the ending that was in the original movie? Let me see what the chat has to say. Drop those thoughts in the chat and in the comments down below. I think putting out those movies. Oh yeah, I read that. I'd love to see Cage alongside a very serious actor and watch him bounce off him. Viola Davis, David Oleo, or Oscar Isaac. 3 really great choices, man. 3 really good choices. David Oyelowo is Bass Reeves in that Paramount show, and I heard he's really, really good. I want to check it out and support him because he's a great actor that's been acting for a long time. I would love to see him as Blue Marvel. This is a wild way to go into a sequel. It's basically a parallel universe. Yeah, it is. It's weird. Not a good idea, but I'll go see it. I have to see the script. I have to see the trailer, see if they're down. But it is weird to just not just have Will Smith in flashbacks instead of the alternate ending. Let's see. Are they going to work that alternate ending into actual film itself to catch up those who don't know? That's what I just said. Yellow movies, we're on the same page here. I said they need to release the movie again, maybe re-release it in theaters with the alternate ending. Because people watching it, like if they go on whatever streaming service is on or buy the Blu-ray, which I need to go buy that movie because I really like that movie a lot, and watch it and see him die, it's going to really confuse people. They need to re-release the movie with the alternate ending. Hey, Sully Streams, this is a live stream. Appreciate you being here, man. He just did a Boy and a Heron review as well. Go check him out. His review was really, really great. Subscribe to Sully, man. He's great. He's a good guy. And everybody that I've seen on Dylan Movies, Kenny Sparks, have you seen with T? Sub to all these guys. They're really great. But Sully said, I'm down for I Am Legend 2. If it's gonna slap, had to do it. If it's gonna slap. Sully, I hate you. I was gonna give you the boo thing, but I just realized I don't have this up here. I was gonna give you the boo thing, but I was like, I can't do that. That was pretty funny. That was good. That made me do this. Smile like a big old kid. But yeah. Is this on loop? Why is it still happening? Okay, it's on loop. I've enjoyed the first one. I'm open to a sequel, especially since it's an alternate universe. Yeah. I really don't remember I Am Legend, but I wish they would bring it out on 4K. Then I would rewatch it. Is it not on 4K? I Am Legend. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're going to release it on 4K. I Am Legend is on 4K. Right now it's on Amazon for $27 on 4K. So you can get it, Collector Movie Man. They would have to. LOL. Rim tap. Very much looking forward to the sequel, but will people even remember what's happening? That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to. I know a lot of people like I Am Legend, obviously based on the box office, but they're gonna have to re-release this in theaters, like they did with Top Gun and all these other things. It is. I did not know that. Yeah, man. I just googled it. Let me show you. Let me show you. There you go. I Am Legend 4K HDR. You can buy it. 27 is on sale right now. Check it out, man. But yeah, that is the end of rapid fire news. Some quick news tidbits that I wanted to share with you guys that are really interesting and wanted to talk to you about. And I really, really enjoy talking to you guys about this. If you are watching this afterwards, drop it down in the comments down below all the topics that I talked about in rapid fire news and let me know how you feel. I want to interact and talk about this with more people in the community that don't get to check out the live streams every Tuesday. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified of reviews, reactions, live discussions. If you're still in the chat, keep it here. We are going to be moving on to the next segment. We have two more segments going on. And then we're going to wrap this bad boy up with a Q&A. If you guys got, I know there's some questions that have nothing to do with the topics that I'm going to talk about, and any other questions you want to take. So there's some trailer reactions that I did not get a chance to check it out. Watch them. So I'm going to watch them now with you guys, see how they are. You get to see my reaction live, unedited, my thoughts, and I'll probably put them out later. Let's see how we go, how much time I have in the night. Let's see. It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Zach, you're the best. Oh, thank you, Mayan. Appreciate you. I try. So for the first trailer, we're going to be doing Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire. So this is going to be my reaction to Godzilla Kong, the new. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, trailer reactions. There we go. To the New Empire. I gonna let you know I have not seen King of Monsters or Godzilla versus Kong or Skull Island. I only saw the 2014 one, which I liked a lot. I know a lot of people don't like that one or is the least favorite one, but I really like that movie. And I like kaiju films and I like Godzilla. I really liked Garrett Edwards' take on that. I'm definitely going to go check out the rest of these. I might do a watch along. You know, the Godzilla is huge right now. With Legacy of Monarch, -1 just came out, and now this trailer. So I think I'm going to do some watch alongs to the Godzilla films. Start with the 2014 one and then work my way up. So I think I'm going to start that this Saturday, maybe. And I'll get back to you guys on that. Let's talk about let's react to this trailer, guys. I'm excited. I'm gonna react to it right now. Real voices, needle scraping, helicopters.
For most of human civilization, we believed that life could only exist on the surface of our planet.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Whoa, hey, is that Bumblebee from Transformers?
What else were we wrong about?
Welcome
2024, baby. Whoa, it's looking like Jurassic Park.
Won't you come on in?
Ooh, a little bit of Planet of the Apes too.
This world has more secrets than we could possibly imagine.
Hey, Rebecca Hall. Whoa. Is that a...
Still
Oh. That was fun. Big one. Is that Caesar?
Is that?
That's not Kong. What could have done this?
I don't have full context of what's going on, but it looks cool as hell. The effects are amazing. Ooh. Cool. Hey, Paperboy! Oh!
Kong can't stop this on his own.
Of course not. That's why it's
He won't be alone.
King Kong! I've been seeing this picture everywhere. A big pink boy is here. Let's go! It's amazing! Woo! Really kind of dope. Oh, that was a great transition. I love it. That's dope. Kong and Godzilla together, just running towards the fight. That's a great ending. Godzilla and Kong.
Is that a mini Kong?
That's cute. I feel bad for Planet of the Apes, kind of, because it looks similar. The VFX is probably gonna be a little bit more realistic, but that looks really good. I really enjoyed that trailer. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna do the watch along of the other movies. I definitely want to check out Monarch. I see some people in the live stream talking about that. I really like the new look for Godzilla. A lot of people are talking about, oh my God, why is he pink? Because that's part of Godzilla lore. He's not always shooting blue out. Eventually, he does turn different colors, and pink is one of them. It's kind of his Super Saiyan Rose. So these movies pull a lot from Godzilla lore and things like that. So I'm super, super excited. Let's see what the live chat has saying before we move on. Hey Zach, I'll send you the House of Dragon season 2 trailer for after the stream. Appreciate that. King of Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong are both fun. I'm going to be checking it out. Hey, Kenny, for my watch-alongs, you want to be a part of them? Let me know. That'll be fun. What about the showing Apple TV Plus? Yeah, King. I was talking about that. Godzilla is everywhere. He's got a comic book where he's fighting the Justice League outright right now. That's true. And he beat Superman. There's some technicalities out of there because Superman was trying to save Shazam, but he beat Superman. They're really upping him up right now. Life literally exists in the ocean, and everyone was aware of this. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, this is like the Fast and Furious version of Godzilla. You can't really expect them to have super sound logic. Zach, have you watched the Monarch Legend of Monsters? That's a really good show, and I'm really not into Godzilla, but I'm enjoying the show. I haven't watched it yet. I'm really behind on my TV shows. I used to be a TV show guy. Like when you want to go to a TV show, that was what it was, but I couldn't keep up with reviewing them, so I kind of put them in the back burner for movies because it's easier for me for right now since I'm not doing this full time yet. But I really want to watch Monarch, and also the fact that I don't have an iPhone, I can't watch Apple TV on my phone. That's where I watch most of my shows, so it's hard for me to just sit down and watch shows because reasons. But I'm hearing that Apple TV Plus, and I should have had this on here, so I'll add this here. It's going to be merging with Paramount and Showtime. If they do that, I'm going to be watching all these shows because Apple TV has so many fantastic shows. Probably the best lineup of shows of any streaming service in terms of quality. And a lot of people don't know. This is Barbie Godzilla. Yeah. Perfect crossover. Paperboy. I'm all about that Paperboy. Hard pass. Yeah, you're not feeling it. I hear you. I'm enjoying Monarch. Godzilla Kong will probably be more fun, but I expect Planet Apes to be better. I agree as well. Hey, he's gonna be part of it. Nice. So yeah, that was my reaction and a little bit of discussion of Godzilla and Kong, the new Empire. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the past films except the first one, so I don't have too much to say in terms like, oh my God, these characters, because I don't know any of these human characters are. Obviously, I know who Godzilla and Kong is. I'm excited to see them together after I heard that they were fighting, and I'm definitely going to watch them, and so I can be caught up by the time these new movies come on. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, so you can definitely be around where I do these watch-alongs, and we can watch them together and have a lot of fun. If you're in the live chat, stay tuned. I'm going to be reacting to the next trailer. And if you are not, comment all your thoughts down below. And make sure you try to join these live streams every Tuesday at 7 p.m. when I go over the biggest news in the industry and all my reviews and everything like that. So with that said, let's move on to the next topic, guys. Let's see. Apple TV has so many good shows. My therapist really recommended me one today. So many. Obi Thorn Alliance. Hold on. Obi, where are you at, Obi? Where I need you. They review a lot of Apple TV shows. They're really good at that. They love the service. They keep telling me watch Blackbird, which I have to. If you need reviews and need to find out what's popping on that service, go check them out. Sub to that channel, baby. What else is going on here? Apple TV. Oh, yeah. Like I said that. I didn't really like the first Kong versus Godzilla. Okay, that's fair. Skull Island is my favorite of the MonsterVerse movies. Okay, I'm going to check that out. I enjoy Skull Island and the Godzilla Soul Flicks. Okay, so you didn't like them together. Okay, that's fair. I'm definitely going to check them out. I'm going to do a watch along of the 2014 King of Monsters, Skull Island, Godzilla versus Kong, and then be prepared for that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one too. I'm gonna do a watch along of Skull Island as well. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. But we're done with the animals, and we're gonna be watching a trailer for another franchise that I don't know anything about and I want to get into. So I might do some watch alongs for this too. We'll see. And that is Furioso, Mad Max Saga, the official trailer for #1. I have no idea who Furioso is, but I've been hearing great things. George Miller's directing it, and I'm definitely excited to check this out. Gotta go. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so we're gonna be checking out this video. This part of the video, probably gonna be cutting this out, is me checking out Furiosa and Mad Max Saga official trailer #1. Super excited to check this out with you guys and see what this is all about and how it looks. I heard that Chris Hemsworth is the villain, so that should be interesting. Full screen it up, and here we go.
Whatever you have to do. However long it takes.
Oh, that's the. Let me move this.
Promise me you'll find your way home. Furiosa. Give me this promise.
Anya Taylor-Joy! This is gonna be her big first like franchise film. I'm excited for her. I'm liking the style of this. George Miller's trailers know how to pop, even though his movies don't fit the trailers have done. This looks insane in terms of visually. He looks like Eggman.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
This reminds me of Borderlands. It's not great for the Borderlands movie. Just realized the volume was low. Sorry, guys. Okay. Woo! This looks insane visually. This is like a Zack Snyder film. No offense to George Miller, because I know he's great at visuals, but it just feels like how Zack Snyder would direct it. Whoa.
I'm Furiosa!
The darkest of angels.
Oh! That's cool.
The question is,
Whoa.
do you have it in you to make it epic?
Remember her. That looks really, really cool. That looks really, really cool. Even without the context of knowing what is going on with the story and everything like that, because I've never seen any of the Mad Max movies. It just looks dope. I really, really like Anya Taylor-Joy. I love Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth has tons of experience with big franchise films. Obviously, he's in Extraction. He's did Men in Black. He's done the Thor films and the Avengers films. But this is Anya Taylor-Joy's first time being in a big blockbuster kind of film, and then she's leading the film too, which is very interesting. And that's really, really exciting because I'm also hearing that she might be joining the MCU soon. So I'm really excited for her. She seems like a cool person. I think that the trailer looks really, really cool. I wonder what everyone thinks as well. If you're watching this live, let me know in the live chat. If you're watching this afterwards in the replay or if it's chopped up, let me know in the comments below how you feel about this trailer as a Mad Max fan, as a casual fan, or someone that's never seen any of them like me. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Marianne thinks it's very cool. Have you seen what he says? Not a fan of this trailer, but I really like Fury Road, so I'll give it a chance. Interesting. Okay. Hey, no problem, man. I'm glad you got dinner. She is ready in MCU. Man, if you don't stop playing with this mutants thing, I guess technically she was, but I don't think she's coming back as that character. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. That was real fun. We're gonna move on to the last trailer. This is actually gonna be for a TV show, but it's for a video game TV show. Another one that I have limited experience on. Hold on, let me see. Looks great. I'll be there for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. I might do after I finish the Godzilla watch-alongs. I think I'm gonna do Mad Max watch-along. That should be fun. So yeah. If you're watching this separate, like video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts about the trailer. We're gonna move on to the next trailer and join us live every Tuesday at 7 if you want to join the fun. So this next one is for Fallout, the teaser trailer for the television show that's going to be on Prime Video. Let's give this a like. It's 1080p. Cool. Make sure the volume's all the way up. Smart guy, Zach. And let's check this out. This has an actress that I like that's going to be starring in it. I have very limited knowledge with Fallout in terms of playing it. I've grown up hearing about it because I love video games and I used to be heavy into video games, so I know how important Fallout is as a franchise. I played the mobile game, which I really love and I'm kind of addicted to, but I've never played a regular game, and I own Fallout 4, so I definitely want to check it out. But this is the trailer for the new show that's going to be on Prime Video. Let's check it out.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
This looks really good. I'm getting what her name is, but this is the actress I was talking about. I really like. She's in Yellow Jacket. Great.
You need to go home.
This looks great.
All dwellers are an endangered species.
I
do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here.
This looks like a movie.
If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
Oh. That's great. That's free today shipping. That was funny. Unless I see it. Hey! Wow, the
tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day.
Hey, I like that guy.
A bright new sun will suddenly break through.
This looks like a must-watch already.
But I don't want to see tomorrow
in the new universe,
unless I see it with
this
you.
Looks cool. This is like what? He's one eye? This looks like a.
I grabbed the moldy one.
I love that this is going to be that student experience instead of the game project. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! Oppenheimer at it again, huh? This looks amazing. This April 12th, I am in, baby. This looks amazing. Holy crap. I did not expect much. I don't know much about Fallout, so this is just really, really cool. Like, that looks like way above the level of like a Last of Us. I think Last of Us was good, but this looks like way above that. This looks like almost movie quality level. All the actors in it look like they're committed. The action looks like it's going to be great. From what I know of Fallout, the suits and the clothing look video game accurate. I don't know if the story is going to be story accurate, and I know a lot of people had an issue with that with the Halo series. I watched the Halo season 1. I've never played the Halo story mode, so I enjoyed the season 1, and I'm gonna watch season 2 in February. But this bad boy right here looks fantastic. Even if this wasn't attached to Fallout, this looks fantastic. So I am in. All these great actors in it. Some people talking about Ben Linus is in there. Ben Linus from Lost. Was that Jim Carrey? I thought it was at first. I don't think that's Jim Carrey. I think that would have been a big deal for Jim Carrey to do this. I'm all in because of Ben Linus. Michael Emerson is an amazing actor. So yeah, like we have all these great actors in here. Someone was telling me I would like Fallout. Hey, I've heard great things about the franchise. Free 2-day shipping. That was funny. The dog is the true villain. Yeah, that dog is tearing everything up. This looks sick. Never played Fallout. Yeah, I never played it either, except Fallout Shelter. Hollywood better get all their quality content out in 2024 because 2025 will be dedicated to Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. But there's a lot of big stuff coming out in 2025 in terms of movies. So video games have never really hurt movies. So people will play a session of game and then go watch a movie and then come back and play video games. So I don't think GTA 6 will hurt the movies. I played the first Fallout game and I enjoyed it. And then I think I played the second one. I can't remember. And the TV show looks pretty damn close to the game. That's really good. Since you have experience with the game, it looks accurate to Fallout Shelter. That's the one I played. So when to Fallout Shelter, that looks like what I was doing in Fallout Shelter. The roaches and going outside and fighting people who are trying to survive. It looks accurate. Yeah, the comic movies will be okay next to GTA 6. Yeah. Movies will be fine. Games never really conflict with each other that much. So it should be fine. Oh, God. Hold on. Am I still sharing my screen? Look at this crap. Look at this crap right here. Look at this. They just won't stop. Fail. What? Oh, God. Already? This trailer looked awesome. And some idiot, I don't even want to say who name it is. Hold on. It's not somebody I know, right? No. Is talking crap about it already. Oh, my God. I can't. It's just, I'm sorry. I didn't want to go on a tangent, but I'm so tired of these people. How are you hating on this? How, Sway? It looks amazing. Whatever. But yeah, that was really, really fun. Those trailers were awesome. You haven't seen the trailer for GTA 6. Yeah, GTA is not my thing. I never owned the game. I've never played the solo game story. I used to go to people's house and just get the 5 stars so all the tanks and stuff can chase me, but it was never my thing. GTA is not my thing. But I'm excited for all you guys that love it and are gonna have an amazing time with it because the graphics look amazing. What the hell was woke about that trailer? Nothing. A woman was the lead. Oh my God, they made a woman a lead. Oh my God, how did they do this? I want it to be manly. Yeah. Hate pays the bills, unfortunately. Yeah, it does. People love it. But this was a really fun stream so far. To end, there was a woman. Yeah, that's true. There are women. Megan laughing. That's exactly it. It's just people fragile egos, man. I need to see the manly man do the manly man thing. Go watch what's that show called with Kevin Costner? Yellow. Is it Yellow? Hold on. Kevin Costner. What the heck is that show? The cowboy show. Yellowstone. Go watch Yellowstone. Go watch that. Go watch Taylor Sheridan's shows. Because I think that's who that makes that show, right? And I'm not saying these shows are bad, but they're geared towards more masculine. They have some great female characters out here, but they're more geared towards masculine people who like those kind of things. And he has a bunch of shows out that's like that. Yellowstone, 1883, 1923, back in the day when there's no black people. Just go watch those shows. Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown. He did Sicario, which was great. Go watch those shows. It's okay. Yeah, Yellowstone. Yeah. To end it off, we started off where, in the past with the box office, we talked about the president with the news now, and I think this is going to be my setup for for the rest of the live streams. I'll start off with the box office, talk about the news topics, maybe react to some new trailers, and then talk about what's coming, and then end the night with some Q&A if you guys have any questions for me. But I want to say thank you for everybody that's on the live stream this long. We've been consistently going between 6 to 8 to 10 people, and I really, really appreciate you guys being on here and rocking it out with me. That's CUT. Last of Us season 2 started filming. I saw nice. I'm really excited to see what they do with season 2. Hopefully improves overall. I really like season 2. Thought it was great, but I thought it could have been better. We're gonna end it off with my favorite movie site to do this with, Trusted Movie Insider, to talk about what's coming out this week. What you can watch in theaters, on streaming this week. Oh yeah, I talked about the Nick Cage thing, man. I'm excited. We even talked about suggestions for him to what suggestions for him to join like True Detective and different things that he could do in TV shows. How we appreciate you. Thank you, May, and I appreciate you so much. So let's talk about the movies to end the night. The movies that are coming out this Friday on streaming and in theaters. So in theaters, and hopefully you guys can see this now. I zoomed in so you guys can see what I'm reading. Hopefully, tell me in the chat if you guys can see the words as well. Says The Oath. I think this is another faith-based movie. These are starting to really gain momentum. People are really feeling them. So yeah, we get another one. 400 AD in a forgotten time of ancient America, a lone Arabic, I think that's Arabic, I think that's what it says. Fugitive must preserve the history of his fallen nation while being hunted by ruthless tyrant. But rescuing the king's abused mistress could awaken a warrior's past. Okay. The concept sounds like movies that we heard, but we're having like a faith-based twist to it. You're a person that has your own mission, but you people are not really like understand like what type of person you are, and then you go violent to save people. Sounds interesting. Maybe not something I'm going to check out in theaters, but sounds interesting. We have The Cello, a very, very scary thing. The trailer for this came out when I went to go watch Dream Scenario. It was one of the worst trailers I have ever seen in my life. If this is what I think, this is Tobin Bell. This is one of the worst trailers I've ever seen in my life. The Cello, but like many musicians, accomplished Saudi cellist Nasser has aspirations for greatness. Though he feels like he's held back by the old, dilapidated instrument he's forced to play, when Nasser is offered the chance to take possession of a gorgeous red cello by mysterious shop owner Tobin Bell. Why would you take a red cello that's mysterious from the guy who plays Saw? He finds new inspiration both for his playing and for his composing. What Nasser doesn't realize is that this cello has nefarious past. As he prepares for an important audition with a prominent philharmonic, that past shows itself in the form of ancient conductor Jeremy Irons and the suffering and death of those close to him. Nasser must now decide if achieving his dreams is worth the harm that comes with playing such a perfect instrument. Sounds interesting, the premise, but I gotta say, I did not get that from the trailer at all. Yeah. Another big release. Sorry, I saw the chat and I was like, oh, somebody asked me a question, but yeah. Another big release, The Boy and the Heron. I did a trailer reaction to the official trailer for this, but I'm super excited. I have my tickets for this movie. This is my big movie for the weekend, and this is The Boy and the Heron. This is coming out this Friday. There was a IMAX showing yesterday. I wish I got to see it, but I didn't get a chance. And I think there's an early showing going to be for this whole week, but the official release is going to be this Friday. Hayao Miyazaki's newest film. He was supposed to retire, but now he's not, and he's making another movie after this, so I don't think he's retiring anytime soon. I'll put him on the level of like a Martin Scorsese and a Ridley Scott in terms of 80-year-old men that are still directing and killing it. I don't know if this movie is fantastic, but the animation looks amazing. It looks interesting, and I'm really excited to see it. But they've all been doing really, really phenomenal work in terms of directing. Like I'm disappointing in Napoleon, but I think the movie's directed well. And Killers of the Flower Moon disappointed me a bit, but I like it way more than I like Napoleon. But the movie is directed really, really well too. That's one of the strongest suits of it. So I expect this to be directed well as well. But yeah, through the encounters with his friends and uncle follows a teenage boy's psychological development. He enters a magical world with a talking gray heron after finding an abandoned tower in his new town. And this is not showing the whole thing, but I heard that the heron tells him that his mother, who he thought died, is in this abandoned town, which might be a different universe. So I'm definitely super excited for The Boy and the Heron. A movie that I really want to go see this weekend and I've heard really, really great things about is Aileen, a rated R Hitchcockian crime thriller that's based off a book. It's starring Anne Hathaway and starring an actress that I really, really like, which for some reason her name is not here. That's really crazy. Mackenzie Thomason, I think her name is. She was in oh my God, what was that movie that she was in? I hate when I forget these things. Mackenzie. I might be saying her name wrong. No, sorry, her last name is Mackenzie. Tamazin Mackenzie is her name. She was in Jojo Rabbit. She was in Old, but she was in Last Night in Soho. That's the first time I saw her, and she was really good in that movie. For some reason, they don't have her up on here, the cast list, and she's like the second lead actress. Really, really weird. But set in early 1960s, a lonely 20-something woman working in a boys' prison outside of Boston is pulled into a very strange crime. Anne Hathaway is the person that pulls her in. They have like a lesbian kind of affair going on, and in the 60s that wasn't a thing to be like showcasing, so it was a risky and it was exciting for her, but then she gets pulled into very crazy things. So I want to get to check this out. I might end up checking it out on streaming, but if I get to see it in theaters, I'll check it out in theaters. We'll see. Another movie I want to see so bad in theaters, a lot of people say this is the best movie of the year, Poor Things, described as an incredible tale, fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman brought back to life by the brilliant and unorthodox scientist Dr. Godwin Baxter. Under Baxter's protection, Bella is eager to learn. Hungry for the worldliness she is lacking, Bella runs off with Duncan Wedberton, a slick, debauched lawyer, on a whirlwind adventure across the continents, free of the prejudice of her times. Bella grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation. Stat cast with Emma Stone, who plays Bella, William Dafoe, Tony McNamara, Mark Ruffalo, Christopher Abbott, Margaret Qualley, who Christopher Abbott and Margaret Qualley were both in a movie that I really, really like called The Sanctuary. Go check it out. I think it's on Hulu. They did a really great job. This is my first time really seeing Margaret Qualley outside of like a show I saw her in recently. She did a fantastic job, and I want to see her in more things. I think she's in Runaway Dolls, which is coming out later. I think either later this year or beginning of next year. But those two were really great in that. If you like weird, sexy thrillers that are in contained spaces and utilize the space really well, it's definitely dope. And the director is Yorgos Lanthimos. I don't know if he's in the movie, but he's directed it. I've never seen any of his movies, but I've heard all of them, and they sound very interesting, and I want to check his films out. But I really want to see Poor Things. I've been hearing fantastic things about it, and Ram Youssef is in it too. There's another comedian in there too. Forgot what his name is. But yeah. Big thing. It's funny that it still has Dream Magazine jeans on here, so they haven't updated this. This was supposed to come out now with Jonathan Majors, but it got pushed because of all this controversy. So let's move on to this. Another big release coming out. Leave the World Behind. This came out last week, I think, or the week before in theaters. Has great reviews, but now it's going to be streaming on Netflix. I think this is an awards play starring Kevin Bacon, Julia Roberts, Mahala Haran. I think I probably said that wrong. She was in Bodies, and she was in something else. She's pretty good. Chad Hamilton, Farrah McKenzie, and I think it has a bunch of other stars that they're not showing, like Mahershala Ali. Two families, strangers to each other, are forced together on a long weekend gone terribly wrong. I heard it's a drama. I heard it's a thriller. I heard it's a satire. I heard it's really, really great. Fast Charlie. This is with Morgan Freeman. Charlie Swift has worked for his aging mob boss Stan for 20 years, skillfully operating as a prolific fixer and efficient hitman. When a rival boss moves to eliminate Stan and his entire team, he fails in wiping the team clean. Now on his own, Charlie will stop at nothing to avenge his friend and has no plans to leave anyone alive. That sounds very similar to The Killer. Very, very, very similar to The Killer that came out on Netflix recently. That's funny. But this is available. It's going to be in limited theaters if you want to check it out in theaters, but it's going to be on you can rent it on Friday. Starring Morgan Freeman, Morena Baccarin, I think that's how you say her name, Pierce Bronson, Daniel Grodini, and James Caan. So it has a really solid cast. It sounds interesting, but it does sound a lot like the Killer with Michael Fassbender. This one is Origin, which I've heard things about. This is going to be limited release. While grappling with tremendous personal tragedy, Isabel sets herself on a path of global investigation and discovery. Despite the colossal scope of her project, she finds beauty and bravery while crafting one of the defining American books of our time. Vera Farmiga, who I'm a fan of, is in this. Ava DuVernay is going to be directing. I heard this movie is fantastic. It's won some awards. I'm excited to check this out. John Berthenol, who I'm a fan of, is in there. And Anjanae Ellis Taylor, who I've seen sometimes, is in it too. So I'm excited to check this out. I don't know if I'm going to check it out this weekend, but I'm eventually going to check it out. It looks like we're getting another Santa is a Killer Christmas movie, Santa Isn't Real. After suffering a brutal attack on Christmas Eve, a young woman, Nikki, struggles to convince her friends that the assailant was none other than old Kris Kringle. When Santa returns to terrorize the group in their remote cabin next Christmas, Nikki and her friends must overcome disbelief as they fight to stay alive. Sounds fun. I don't know any of the actors, but it sounds like it's like a cheap, fun Christmas movie. Lord of Misrule. This is going to be a limited release. Looks crazy. Set in a small town in English countryside, a desperate search takes place for the young daughter of the town's new minister. The girl went missing during a solstice festival. The closer the locals and the police gets towards finding the girl, the more seekers from the town pass emerge. No actors that I really know. Maybe Laurie Cook, I think I know. But it sounds interesting. Something I'll probably watch on streaming later. There's so many movies. This is limited release, and it's going to be hard for them to get time. A woman and her newborn child must try to find her way home amid an environmental crisis that submerges London in a flood waters and see their young family torn apart in the chaos. Jodie Comer, Benedict Cumberbatch, Mark Strong, Alice Birch. Okay, strong cast. And the end movie started. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure who directs this, but has a really solid cast. I like Jodie Comer a lot. Who's directing it? Joe Fry. Blah blah. Director is Mahala Bello. I don't know who that is. Is this his first feature? He's done a movie called Persuasion that I never heard of. Who's writing the script? She's done Lady Macbeth, The Wonder. Okay. I heard those two movies are written well. We'll see. You know, I think I definitely want to check this out. Probably not in theaters, though. Into the Weeds, another digital release you can rent this Friday. Tells the story of a groundskeeper, Lee Johnson, and his fight for justice against a chemical giant Monsanto, the manufacturer of weed killer Roundup. Interesting. And it looks like the person who it's a documentary. So yeah, obviously he's involved. The person that was this is about. Zone of Interest, one of the big movies that's getting an Oscar buzz. I really wanted to check this out. It's limited release. I think it gets wide release later, probably in the beginning of the year. If I get to check it out, I will. The story about the family of Rudolf Hauss, the camp commandant of Auschwitz. So what people are saying, this is a really hard movie to watch. It's about this family is a camp. They live next to Auschwitz camp, you know, where they keep back in, you know, the Holocaust, where they kept Jewish people and tortured them and killed them. And this family's just living their normal life, where you hear the screams and the terror, and you see little things from that family in their house. It's insane. I heard it's a really hard movie to watch, but it's one of those movies. It's going to be like getting a lot of Oscar buzz. Sandra Hüller, which was in Anatomy of Fall early this year, check out my review for that, and that movie was fantastic. She's also getting Oscar buzz for that movie, but she's getting Oscar buzz for this as well. So it's very interesting. Cello, I talked about already. And the last movie for Friday is a documentary about surveillance technology and censorship. It follows the stories of people in China who have been monitored, a warning of democracies, a sound alarm about the increasing worldwide use of surveillance tools. Yeah, so that's all the films that are coming out this Friday that you can check out. Let's see what the chat has to say and what are the ones that you are looking forward to watch this Friday. I have a question. Every time I go on Movie Insider, there's always a bunch of ads that pop up. Is there any way to eliminate those ads? I think, have you seen what T said? Check and see what your browser has an ad block. Yeah, you're going to need to get an ad block for that. I think I have an ad block on, so that's why I don't get a bunch of ads on there. I still need to see the animal movie. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. The only movie I want to see, only one is The Cello is the Perfection. Oh, The Cello is only movie I want to see with a cello is The Perfection. I watched that movie. That movie's wild. I want to see The Boy and the Heron. I think there's tickets available for it, at least in Philly. Yeah, I just got my tickets. Me and Claire are going on Friday, so that's going to be exciting. I plan on seeing this either Friday or Sunday. I didn't know. Jave, what were you talking about? I wasn't looking at the chat. I might go check it out. I don't know if my theater is getting this. They keep showing trailers for this. I'm definitely going to check out Leave the World Behind. Okay, that's what y'all talking about. Sounds similar to every Hitman movie ever made. That's true. LMAO, Santa Isn't Real will be the movie of the year. That's really, really funny. Okay, so that's the end of the movies that are coming up. You know, what was coming up this week. If I have to put this up, I'm always forgetting to put these up. Now it's Q&A time. So this is free. I'm going to be on for 10 to 15 minutes more. If you guys are on, you can ask me anything you want to ask me about movie news, television shows, any information about movies, anything about personal life stuff, anything you want to ask about. If it's too weird, probably won't answer it, but for the most part, I will answer it. So if you guys are still on and want to ask me anything, I will. There was a couple questions that people had to ask that weren't topic based that I will answer now. So Obi Thor Line said, do you feel like there's too much content to deal with? And do you think that there's a good and bad thing? So this is a really great question. And yes, to answer your first question, there is too much content for people to consume. And there's a lot of great shows getting canceled because there's too much competing content. And there's really good shows that are getting canceled because their shows maybe not the same quality, but have a better actor, or not better, but more popular actor in them. So those are the ones that get watched. So yeah, there's too much. But there's also a good thing because there's so much for everyone. There's 1,000 mystery shows. There's 1,000 horror shows. There's 1,000 action shows. There's so much of everything. So if you love a particular genre or you love variety, you know, there's a lot of great animated shows. There's so much of every great thing. So you have unlimited things. But it just sucks because a lot of great shows don't get continued because people are not finding them, you know? So yeah, it's a good or bad thing. This one is from Have You Seen with T? CM Punk is back in WWE thoughts. Oh man, CM Punk is my favorite wrestler of all time. I've been wanting to see him back as a wrestler for a long time. I started watching AEW when he was there. I'm not really a fan of AEW style. I think my problem was I love the sport entertainment style, but I just didn't love the booking that was there for a long time. And obviously Punk didn't either. But I think Triple H is doing a great job of balancing that out, kind of bringing back a little bit of the Attitude Era booking without all of the mess that is not PG, and really uplifting the faces. There was a long time where faces were trash. We have so many great faces now that people are behind, and we have so many great heels that our people are behind. So, and there's so many people that potentially can be main eventers now. And he's and people who maybe not main eventing or maybe not even getting a shot to beat Gunther are getting time to showcase themselves, like the honor. It's not the honor. The Chad Gable stable. I forgot what the name of it is right now. And R-Truth and Austin Theory and stuff like that. But CM Punk being back to WWE is just makes more sense. I think his sensibilities just work more. He needs to be in a controlled environment. I think the AEW is way too chaotic, and you can just see that, like with Edge looking like he's getting frustrated already over there, and the Hardy Boys have talked about being frustrated with there, and we've had talks like Jade Cargill left and things like that. You just see that there needs to be some Tony Khan needs to put his foot down on certain things, especially with the EVPs and the younger wrestlers, to listen to some of these older people. So I think CM Punk being in a more controlled environment that is focused on building characters will help him a lot. And I think it will fit his wrestling style now because he's not as fast as he used to be. Did you end up checking out the Grand Theft Auto? Oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, so I saw parts of the trailer. I didn't sit down and watch the whole thing. Like I said, I'm not super stoked or interested in Grand Theft Auto, but like I said, I'm really, really happy for you guys that are. Let's see. The boy and the hair on. Okay, that's what we were talking about. Zone of Interest sounds interesting. Yeah, I heard great things about it. I love these smaller movies. I love indie films. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for Zone of Interest. And I was saying for Poor Things, my theater keeps showing trailers, but I don't know when they're putting it out. Okay, it's supposed to go wide this week, so be on the lookout for it this Friday. These last couple weeks, I think it was unlimited, so it wasn't a lot of showings, because even for me it was hard for me to get it. I think this Friday it's not even at my theater that I go to all the time. I'm gonna have to go a little bit out of my way to check it out if I want to see it, which sucks. Obi Thorin, if you could choose three streaming services, what would they be? Like if I only could have three, oh, that's hard. That's really, really hard. Okay, Netflix is number one because Netflix is still the best streaming service on the planet and nothing's touching it. What would I? Netflix. I guess Peacock, because it has shows on there that I love, like Bel Air and Poker Face and other stuff. And also my mom needs that to watch a lot of her shows. So that's for her mostly. And it has wrestling, which I can watch wrestling pay-per-views on it. So, well, we'll see, because WWE might be switching over to Warner Brothers, but we'll see. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think AEW is going to be over there still. And the third one will probably be Apple TV Plus. Even though I don't get to watch that much, the quality of it, I just would want to deep dive in all that, you know? And two of my favorite movies from last year came from there. I think that I would love, those are the three that right now, off the top of my head, I would keep. HBO Max had a lot of great content. It has the DC stuff. Disney Plus has the Marvel stuff. But I just, for some reason, I don't like go and search and watch stuff on there. I feel like HBO's shows aren't fun. Those are if you want like really serious, well-made stuff. And I'm not in the mood for that all the time. And then Disney Plus just doesn't have a lot of content. Like if there's not a Marvel show or a Star Wars show coming on, I'm not really using Disney Plus. So, you know, I know my family does, but I'm not really on it unless there's a Marvel Disney show on there. But those are the three right now. Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV. Those are the three I would keep right now. Same question for everybody in the live chat. What are the three streaming services? If you only could keep three and you couldn't have any more, would you keep? Kenny Sparks, make sure you sub to Penny Sparks. He's on the way to 800 subs himself. Let me check. You might be on 800 subs right now. The way your channel is growing, man, you probably passed me already. Let me see. Let's go. Yep. Oh my God, Kenny, you are almost there. 3 more subs to 800. You went past me. You flew by me, my guy. I appreciate you. I appreciate it, man. I'm happy for you. 3 more subs to 800. You're probably gonna get that tonight. If you're not subbed to Kenny Sparks, sub to him now. Get him to 800. Oh, I didn't even answer this question. If there's one thing you would make your channel better, what would it be? A piece of equipment, a series, a background item? Ooh. Oh, immediately when you said background item, my setup. Sorry about that. Sorry about the loud sneeze on here. The way my setup is not conductive. I don't like the look, really. This is the best I could do. I don't like the fact that my closet door is right here and I don't have much here. It doesn't aesthetically look great. I don't like that you can kind of see this, like the blank. I don't aesthetically, it's not great. You know, the Funko Pops are there, but I wish I could have more things. And then lifestyle wise, it's just a pain. Not having a space where I could just record and keep things set up and I have to take down. I haven't played my PS5 in months because I don't want to move the Funko Pops to have to set them up. It's basically I'm lazy to set them up again when a trailer randomly comes or, you know, like, and I have to jump up and record. So I haven't played it in months because I don't want to take this stuff down and I have to take it down the table that I shoot on, and I don't have space to store stuff. So I would have a bigger space that I can just sit down, set up, and that's the space that I record at. It's not where I sleep. It's not where I watch TV. That is the number one thing that I would change. My camera is fine. In terms of my camera for my phone is fantastic for doing my regular reviews, and this camera is pretty good for my live streams. I probably could get an upgrade one, but this looks really, really good to me. So and it's all about the lighting. But other than that, I'm really like this new mic. You guys say I sound great, so that's good. And that's it. That's it in terms of upgrading. My laptop is great. I think in terms of videos, maybe my performance in videos, I feel like I can be a little better. I don't want to be too exaggerated, like those annoying YouTubers who just like super hyper. But I think I need to. I don't know. Something about my performance. I hopefully I can improve in that. Hey, guys, this is for everyone on live stream. What would you like to see me improve in my channel? Things that you would want to see Zach Attack reviews evolve to, and things that you wish I would do. I really want to know that. Live streams, content, reviews, and stuff like that. You would love me to focus on anything look-wise or sound-wise. Let me know. And be very nice and constructive, please. And I feel like the reason why you prefer watching movies is because it's a finished product. But in saying that, though, you could always watch limited series. No, I love watching TV shows. Literally, the reason why I'm not doing it is because I'm doing YouTube. Having a full-time job, doing YouTube, as well. It's basically a full-time job if you want to do it decently, is so time consuming. I don't have, and when I used to watch my shows, I watch them on my phone. When my old job, I used to have an hour train ride back and forth. So if it was a 20-minute show, I could watch 2 episodes, maybe 3, depending on if there's a delay or if I leave home early. And I could watch 2 to 3 episodes and then 2 to 3 episodes back. So I could get like 6 episodes out of a series. If it was 45 minutes, I could watch 1 episode. If it was a movie, I could watch an hour of a movie. I don't have that anymore. My commute is broken up. It's a little shorter and it's broken up, so I can't just focus. I have to make sure I get off the right stop. So I'm just not being able to watch the shows like I used to, unfortunately. And then also, I wasn't, the time I feel like I wasn't good at reviewing TV shows. So I felt like I was better at reviewing movies. That's why I really wanted to focus on that. So my channel had more focus. Well, as of next year, there will be no more WWE DVDs being made. Oh my God. Yeah, that sucks. Is that for Blu-rays too? Are they not doing Blu-rays and 4Ks as well? Because that's crazy. Like Midnight Mass. I know you enjoyed that. Was a great limited series. Yeah, it was fantastic. I love Midnight Mass. Mine would be Netflix, Peacock, and Shudder. If I stop being lazy and give it a try. Yeah, Shudder's great. I'm not on it as much as I want. I also kind of get I get screeners from Shudder sometime. So if I lost it, I wouldn't it wouldn't be too big of a loss. But I don't get every movie they have. Hulu, Netflix, and Peacock for the WWE content. Hulu, oh man, Hulu is so good. I love Hulu so much. That's hard. That's so hard. I might replace Apple TV with Hulu. Hulu is so good. It's so underrated in terms of content. Disney Plus, Netflix, and Amazon. Amazon Prime is so good. But I respect the Disney Plus. Thanks. I appreciate the shout out. No problem, man. Like I said, if you're not subbed to him, let me refresh real quick. What are you at now? You still at 797? Go sub to him. Get him to 800. I'm still at measly 790. Let me see. What's been the hardest thing about YouTube that you have to go through? YouTube that you have had to go through. The hardest thing, having time. A work-life balance. That's perfect. Work-life balance. There was a 4, maybe 5 month span where I was dropping like 10 videos a week. I was reacting to every trailer. I was trying to review every movie. I was watching 3 movies a week, 4 movies a week, because I was doing Throwback Thursdays. And Throwback Thursdays will come back. I'm gonna watch Chicken Run, and I'm gonna get that review out, and then I'm trying to rework Throwback Thursday so it just flows better. But that's coming back, guys. And just having the time, man. Just having the time is just hard, and making it affect my personal life. I'm not watching TV shows. I'm not going out as much to just do things outside of movies. And I've slowed down, but I still haven't had the time because I'm still working a full-time job. So I'm just getting more sleep now, but I'm still not getting to hang out with my friends and stuff like that. So that's kind of been the hardest part, trying to make it. So once I hit the first minimum tier of monetization, which I'm close to, keep watching my videos, get me that watch time up, guys. I'm gonna take a week break. I might release one. I might prepare a video and release that so it comes out that week. But yeah, no live streams, not reviewing whatever movie comes out that week. I might go see it for fun and then review it the following week, but no YouTube that week. I'm gonna have to take a break soon, where I'm just not doing YouTube or thinking about it, and just play my PS5, hang out with my friends if they're available, and just do stuff that I like. You know, that's been the hardest part. Also comparing myself to others. You know, you seeing your peers doing better than you and things like that, and kind of getting down, thinking that I'm not really good at this and stuff like that. That's kind of hurt. I'm always rooting for everybody and my peers. I want you guys to succeed, but you know, also want to do well too, and things like that. So those are kind of the things. And also making shorts. I guess I have a couple of things. This is a therapy session right now. Making shorts is hard. It takes time, and I don't want to just put out crappy shorts because then it's just a waste of time. Doing really quality shorts is hard. It takes time. It's almost as long as making a regular video, and I just don't have the time to make a video and then do a short after. So it's hard enough to do these videos where I have to chop this up. Yeah, the mic is working perfectly. I appreciate that, man. Do you think I need to do more post-production on it during my regular videos? Let me know, Kenny, because I know you're very particular about that stuff. What is your goal as a YouTuber for next year and beyond? So my goal right now, which I'm probably not going to get, but I'm shooting for it, is to be full-time by this time next year. So next year, December, the beginning of December, I want to be a full-time YouTuber, be able to quit my job, pay all my bills with YouTube, be fully monetized. I want to be fully monetized. I want to make money off YouTube for 6 months and see if I can pay my bills. And then if I can cover my bills at a certain way, or even get help from people so we could do that, then I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of my job. I'm like, here's 2 weeks. I'm going full-time YouTube. Gonna have a set schedule. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna try to really, really become like a full-time critic. Go to festivals and things like that and really get these reviews out. And I'll be able to have time to improve my production. I'll be able to time to do skits. The quality will be so much better if I just had time to plan stuff out and not have to worry about going to work for 8 hours and traveling for 2 hours every day. So that's my thing. I want to become a full-time critic. I want to be a full-time YouTuber and also make this develop where I can get into the film industry in some capacity and do different series and things like that I want to do. But it's just going to take time. So the goal is by next year, December. I don't think that's going to happen because there's some financial stuff that's in the way as well. So maybe 2 years I'll be full-time where I can just quit my job and do this. We'll see. We'll see. You know, there's some people that have been doing this 6 years and are not full-time yet. So it's a big goal, but I'm trying to believe in myself. That's the goal. If I don't hit it, it's fine. I like to see video essays and videos where you answer viewer submitted questions. People love hearing other opinions, and I think it would add a lot. Wow. I was thinking about that, but because I saw you do it, but I didn't want to jack your idea. But the fact that you suggested it, then I think that I'll try to do that. I'll make a community poll and do that. I think that would be a great idea, and just answer some questions and make a quick video about it. Video essay, I have some that I want to do. I kind of did it with my what's the name of that movie? The Clockwork Orange and Do the Right Thing. I kind of dwelled in a little bit, but I definitely do want to do a video essay. Maybe try to do one a month. But it's hard. It's a lot of preparation, takes a lot of work, a lot of editing. So we'll see. Do you think Marvel Comics and DC Comics explain more than the movies do? Because I've been kind of interested in reading some of the comics, but there's so many of them. Well, yeah. Oh my God. It's just like when you Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or anything that's adapting anything, the adaptation, the book, original book, it always explains way more. There's way more lore in comics and explains way more stuff in comics than in the movies. They cut so much and change so much in the comics. Civil War in the comics is this big, expansive, wide thing that affected everyone more than Captain America. It was Captain America versus Iron Man, but it affected everyone. Every single person's comic was affected by it. And it went on for like a year. I would say for you, check out find favorite characters that you have. So if your favorite character is Spider-Man, if your favorite character is Batman, find out their best runs. So that's the easiest way to go into the past. Oops, excuse me. Find out their best runs. Pick 2 or 3 characters that you really, really love and find out their best runs. Go through their best runs so you can get a feel of what the characters are. And then find out what's the new starting point, because this happens every couple months. Marvel and DC always start anew, where there's new 52 or all different of Marvel and all those different things. They start over again for new viewers to jump in. I'm not sure what the one of it is now, but once they reset again, just jump in. There'll be new number ones. There will be new versions of the characters. So you'll get a fresh perspective of all these characters. You won't feel lost because it's going to be fresh and new. So I think that's what you should do. And keep an eye on that. And I don't know where to begin. Yeah, that answers the question too. Like, just jump. Even right now, because it's not too deep yet, find out where is the new jump point for this new comics that they're going on right now and start. There's so many great comics out right now. You can start, but you're not too far behind where you can catch up. Just pick 2 or 3 characters that you like from each universe and just follow them first, and then you can kind of build off of that. No Blu-rays either. They have Never Fake made 4Ks. That's a damn shame. Damn, I forgot about Hulu. Yeah. Me too. HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Apple TV. Great selection. HBO Max has some great stuff, man. Paramount Plus is really good too. With the Showtime, they have A24 films. Yeah, time is the biggest obstacle for me. I go see movies, but it's hard to record with my kids around and working is tough. Yeah, I don't have kids or spouse, but I have family I have to take care of and help and interact with. And yeah, it's just hard. It's just hard, man. There's a certain time I go record, and also I need to go to bed at certain times. So even if I go to work late tomorrow, I can't stay up all night and edit and stuff like that. So it's still hard. What kind of laptop do you have? If you don't mind me asking, because I need to get one. I'm doing all my recording for my videos on my iPhone. So I record on my phone as well. The phone cameras are really great. It's more about lighting because I've had this phone since I've started recording, and my video quality didn't look as good in the beginning. But it looks great now. And well, obviously I'm not doing the live stream, but my regular videos look better than my live stream. And I have a Google Pixel 6. So I'm two phones behind, and the camera's still great. I would say get some really good lights. I got a really good light off of Amazon for really cheap. My front facing light that makes it look really clear. I got a really cheap light over here from Amazon that's really cheap that gives me some light here. I have some lights back here to kind of give it a glow. Looks better in my regular videos, but you can see it here. Those are really cheap as well. You can get really cheap LED lights. You get really regular lights when you're starting out to make your videos look better. And in terms of laptop, I am using an Acer Nitro 5. I think I got this last year for Christmas for myself or something like that. Yeah, really good as a gaming laptop, which obviously, gaming laptops, you have to multitask stuff. So it handles my editing and everything really well. Sometimes it makes too much noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it right now, but it's pretty good. That's what I think about myself as well. Yeah, I understand the whole comparing yourself to others is hard, but try not to. Be inspired, see what they're doing well, and don't copy, but add it to your repertoire, and ask for advice. If there's somebody that you admire, ask them for advice and actually take it. Don't just ask for advice and then don't do it, because then they're going to stop wanting to give you advice. I might steal that idea. I might take a bunch of videos, schedule them, and disappear for a week. Yeah, I think that's something I'm going to do, man. I think I might just create one video, like maybe a video essay, do it, and then drop it for that week, and that's it for that week. And I'm just going to be out. That's the thing I want to work on going forward, to not have so many inconsistent videos. Also being respected in the community. Yeah, I understand that. Being respected in the community is hard. You got to really start interacting with people, having time. And now that Dave's show, I want everybody to definitely go subscribe to Dave's show. He is on his way to 500 subscribers. He is doing YouTube full time now, which I really respect, because he's better than me. So I'm scared to do that. So I really respect it. And really just subscribe to him. He's really great. He's really passionate. He's really funny sometimes. Just improving each video, dude, which I've seen you do, which I'm really happy about. Working on thumbnails, working on your titles, working on your background. Your audio is pretty good. It's gotten better from when you first started. So my only advice I can say, and obviously you didn't ask me for advice, so this might be unwarranted, but we're having a therapy session. I think that you should find your niche and find a couple of things that work, and stick to it. I know you do a lot of different topics, and I think that might confuse your viewers, and that's why the views might be all up and down. So just figure it out. Like, if you want to focus on wrestling, if you want to focus on G Fuel, if you want to focus on movies and things like that, and really deep and dive down there, build your audience, then you can start doing other things. That's the best advice I could give for you, since you're focusing on this so much. Go subscribe to the Dave Show, baby. That's very inspiring. That's very inspiring. I wish you all the best. I think you definitely will give it your best shot. Thank you, Obi. I really appreciate. I'm just calling him Obi now. I really appreciate your support, man. You're always really supporting me. I appreciate that a lot. Trust me, I'm not the first person to do viewer submitted questions. I had to look up a bunch to see how the thumbnail should look. There's a bunch out there. Okay. Civil War in the comics is night and day from the movie. Both are good in their own right. Yeah. Tony Stark is the villain. He is not he's a hero, but he's kind of wrong. Some people think he's right. He's a straight up villain in the comics for Civil War. And Spider-Man is different. Everything's different. Graphic novels are how I get back in the comics. Graphic novels are good because you can get a graphic novel and it'll collect a bunch of comics and put them in one, so you don't have to buy the individual issues. So that's a different thing too. The hardest thing for me that's been for YouTube is trying to get more people to subscribe. I still only have 38 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 50 by the time my birthday. Yeah, man. So definitely look to people who are doing similar things to you, and see what's working and see what you need to change in your own content and see why people aren't subscribing and work on that. It's a reason. Don't worry about all algorithms. I've learned that. Don't worry about the algorithm. Look up videos on how to work on SEO. SEO is important to understand the basics of, so you can make your videos great. Really look at that, like YouTube videos about that, and apply the knowledge there. So that vidIQ is a great channel to get the starter idea, Think Media and things like that, so you can understand how SEO works, and then it'll give you a chance for your videos to reach more people, and then you can focus on making your content better and spending more time on that. It's better to do one video that's really, really great than put out a bunch of videos that are okay. And I had to learn that the hard way. I used to put out so many videos and my subscriber growth was so slow. And now I put out less videos and my subscriber growth is a lot faster. So I've been getting 8 to 10 subscribers a week. I think this week might be a little slower, but yeah. Hey, your birthday's next week. Woo, woo, woo. Don't subscribe to Collector's Movie, man. Let's get them to 50 subs. Graphic novels is where it's at. Yeah. Do you have any advice for fellow YouTubers how we can improve? I got this question late, but this is some of the stuff I said. Look at the YouTubers that inspire you, see what works for them. Look at the comment section and see. That's important. Looking at their community and seeing the comment section and seeing what they're commenting, why they're commenting it. When you're doing your reviews, is it structured? Are you just talking to yourself? Are you giving something to the viewer? You have to make sure you're giving quality to the viewer and something they can use, whether it's entertainment, knowledge, or a combination of both, or if they feel like they're hanging out with you. So many different styles you can go for. There's some people that are very professional. There's a space for that. There's some people who are very funny, and you're there for the entertainment and kind of their loose thoughts on the movie. And there's some people that you really want to hear them break down the films. So what are you doing here? For you, Obi, and Obi Throwing Lines, for you, both of you guys, I think because you guys are in Australia and you guys get movies late, I think that you should focus on really heavily, when you see a movie late, like you saw Blue Beetle late and everything, heavy spoiler breakdowns. Really break down the film and break it down deep, and doing like a regular non-spoiler review for a movie that's been out for a couple months, it's not going to get a lot of traction. So I think for movies that are late for you guys, do heavy spoiler review movies. For television shows, it seems like you guys get those about the same time as we do in America. Do non-spoiler reviews for that because you don't want to spoil people. But for movies that you get late, do heavy spoiler review stuff, really break it down and see what you could bring to it, that when somebody watches your video, they're like, okay, I haven't seen this opinion. And you have from two perspectives. You have two different perspectives in your videos. Like I think what you guys did with your Marvels review was really great. Both of you guys really debating back and forth about your opinion. Well, you get debate back and forth, but expressing your opinions is very different. I think you guys debating a little bit more would help. Not just giving your opinions, but debating back and forth about your opinions will help, and and not get heated, but it will be more exciting for the viewers as well. That's a couple things. And then work on titles. Work on your thumbnail. Look on thumbnail videos, simplifying thumbnails. I've done that myself. I used to have so much stuff on my thumbnail. I'm simplifying my thumbnails, and I think it's been helping. And that's a couple things I could think of. Oh, how could I forget about Mac's word? I know. Collector, if you're using your iPhone, I would suggest getting a Mac with the NEM chip. Those edit videos easily and quickly. Doesn't have to be a new one either. That's also true. I forgot that you said you have an iPhone. Do get a Mac. It'll be easier for you to transfer your videos for your iPhone to your Mac that way. And everything will be a lot easier. And then you have Final Cut Pro on there, which is a great editing software. But you also can get DaVinci Resolve if you don't have the money to pay for Final Cut Pro. It's free and it has a lot of quality adds to it. That's what I use to edit my videos. The people who you are comparing yourself to are comparing themselves to others. That's true. That's very, very true. Hey, Preston Reviews, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, I'm over here flipping. Forgot where I was. Thank you, Zach. I've been doing less other topics and trying to stick to one topic. I've ended the food stuff and drink reviews. But you don't do much G Fuel content anymore. I see that. I think that you focusing on one thing that really works for you, and especially it's just as a community that's easy to get to. I don't know what the G Fuel community is on YouTube, if there is one, or the food stuff. So I think it'll be easier for you to get into movies and stuff like that. You already kind of know people like me and Kenny and other people. So yeah, I think that's better. Oh, you and Kenny are about to get 800 subs. 800 now. It's a subs war. No, it's not a war. It's not a war at all, man. I love Kenny, man. He's doing great. He's killing it. Sometimes he's too hard on himself. Let me see. Did he make it to? No, he's not 700 yet. But yeah, make sure you guys don't sub to Kenny if you're not sub to him yet. Let's get him to 800 subs and whatnot. Kind of only doing gaming videos when it's like huge topics, mostly sticking to movie reviews. That's fine too. You can do movies and games because they're kind of similar because they're both storytelling, and you can focus saying like, I just love storytelling. And you can review stuff like that. I need a walkthrough for DaVinci, Zach, although CapCut has served me well. Yeah, I need a walkthrough CapCut. We need to go into the danger room, and you show me DaVinci. I show you DaVinci. You show me CapCut in an easy way so I can do these shorts, man. It's hard to follow. It's hard to know if I should spoil something or not. Don't want to be that sort of person. So only do spoiler reviews if the movie's been out for a long time. I think you can do spoiler content if the film has been out for 2 weeks or more. So if you're getting to if you're getting to 2 weeks or more, like if a movie comes out August or August 1st and you're not watching the movie until August 14th, do a spoiler review. Don't do a non-spoiler review because most people will see that movie in the first 2 weeks already. So attract those people who kind of want to talk about it after, you know? If you're getting to see that movie the same weekend or that same week, do a non-spoiler review. I think that's the prime thing. If you can get a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review out within a week, that works too. Because a lot of people will go check that out. But if you check out a movie way later on, like you reviewed Blue Beetle, I think a couple weeks ago, and that was like I think that was November. The movie came out in August. People are not looking for non-spoiler reviews no more, so do a spoiler review. I think that's what it does. What has been the most surprising movie for you? Because for me, it was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was so good. I can't give you the most surprising movie because I'm gonna be doing a ranking list of the most surprising movies. I don't want to spoil that, but I'll give you one. I'll give you a little preview. So the most surprising movie I saw this year was a movie that should be on the list is A Pale Blue Eye. The Pale Blue Eye, not A Blue. The Pale Blue Eye on Netflix, starring Christian Bale. This surprised me. I liked it a lot. Thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was going to be boring, and it ended up being great. No war at all. I'm rooting for Zach to get 3K to watch hours. This is definitely no war. We're rooting for each other. We're trying to be at the same stage together. That's all it is. Also, y'all can help Zach out by making a playlist of his videos if you haven't watched. That will help him achieve his watch hours goal. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Also, might play around with one type of genre movie. Would that hurt or help? I do love different genres movies. I'm testing the waters with. Oscar type films. Yeah, it depends on how you review the movie. There's a certain way you need to review Oscar films that people want to hear. And there's certain ways people I'm laughing at Mayhan's comment. There's certain ways that people don't want to hear Oscar films. So you got to really research that and really figure that out. Research is key. See how other people review Oscar films and take that in and put your own spin on it. And then when you review like Fast and Furious, that should be reviewed differently. And just do that, you know? Keep that energy and excitement. 10 minutes turned into an hour. Yeah, I did. I'm going to be on for 5 more minutes. I love you guys, though. I completely forgot how long I wanted to be on. I told myself I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But yeah, 10 more minutes. And 5 more minutes. And 9:45, and I'm going to get off. Because I kind of want to see if I can edit this. I probably have to edit it tomorrow. And I might want to do a review for Dream Scenario. And I'm trying to do something different for that. Most surprising movie for me was Hunger Games because I was not looking forward to it, but I really enjoyed it. That probably will be on the list too when I do the top 10. I agree it was surprising, but Thanksgiving is a higher rank for my okay. Yeah, just Mac computers are really expensive. That's the only thing. You can definitely get a cheap MacBook. I had a cheap MacBook for a long time, but I dropped it and broke it. That's why I had to get this one. But it just works better because I have an Android and I can. It's just better for me. But you can definitely get a cheap MacBook and see if you can get like PayPal, and then PayPal can let you pay it off over time. I don't know what your finances are. I don't want to push you to do anything, but that can help. But if you just reviewing, if you're recording on your phone and you can only edit on your phone, CapCut is really good. Dude, that Thanksgiving reveal was better than Scream 1996. Oh, don't spoil nothing, Preston. I haven't seen Thanksgiving yet. January is looking mid for movies. That's why I think it's a good idea to release Soul. People will go just see it because they don't got nothing else to go see. Android is a W. I don't care what people say, they're goated. I love my Android phones. I have no reason to switch over to iPhone. Oof, man. Back, just finished putting up. Oh, nice. That's dope that you finished putting the Christmas tree. I have 3 more minutes left. Have you seen with T? And I'm going to head out. I said 10 minutes and it ended up being 40. I'm just saying things will hopefully shock you. Hopefully, well, I don't think it's going to shock me anymore because so many people have been praising it. So I'm expecting a great movie now. What did I miss? Oh, man, we had a therapy session. We talked about our insecurities about being a YouTuber. We're giving each other advice. We're talking about what we could do to improve to be a YouTuber and things like that. So, yeah. And also how I've been on here way too long. So I have I'm going to be on for 2 more minutes and then I'm going to head out, guys. Team Android for the win, but I don't mean Android 18. Yeah, definitely not Android 18. Speaking of Android, it's perfect segue for you guys to see a new cop of mine. Just got this today. Dragon Ball Z superhero, stupid title, but I love this movie. One of my favorite movies of the year last year. Holy crap. What a great film. And this one is lenticular, so it's kind of like 3D. Love this movie. I wish they would do this for Dragon Ball Super Broly. I love that movie too, and I would love a 4K version of that because it's gorgeous. I'm holding out that hopefully they make a 4K version of that too as well. But yeah, I love this. Making a playlist for Zach's videos I haven't seen now. Operation Get Him 3K. Oh my God. Thank you, Kenny Sparks. I really, really appreciate that. I am going to be so hyped when that happens. Thanksgiving is dope. So glad we're getting another one in 2025. Got to check it out. All I hope is my birthday in July, I will get 50 subs. I'm at 39. Once you start getting back into it, man, and just work on working on making everything better little by little. I own that one too. So I want the Steelbook. I was thinking about the Steelbook, but I'm like, I don't, I love how this looks. So I'm fine with this. Is anyone looking forward to Fallout show coming out? Well, we just did a trailer reaction to it, Obi. I guess you were out of here when we were doing that. So yeah, it looks fantastic. Hope you guys have a great evening. I appreciate that. Have you seen me, T? Thank you for rocking with me. I hope your Christmas tree looks amazing. You should post a picture on the community tab. I'm hoping for 50s by the end of the year because I made my finals ready and I got 50s. Oh, nice. Good job. I'm happy for you. What reviews do you have coming up? Oh, yeah. Let me talk about what I have coming up. So I am going to be doing a review for Dream Scenario. I was thinking about not doing it, but I really, really love that movie. I wanted to share my thoughts. I want you guys to know about it. I'm going to be watching The Boy and the Heron on Friday, so I have a review for that coming out soon. If I get to see Poor Things this weekend, I will definitely have a review for that as well. Not promising that one. I'm not 100% sure. I think the following week is Wonka. So following week would be Wonka. Chicken Run review. You guys voted for that for my Throwback Thursday a long time ago, and I never did it. So I'm going to watch that this week, and I'm going to review it. And I think that's it for right now in terms of the review that I know. Iron Claw, when it comes out, I'm going to review it. I don't know if I'm going to review like Zone of Interest and stuff like that. I think I'm going to watch it, but I think movies like that probably not going to have that much people looking for it, but we'll see. But the Wonka early view, I almost had that as what's it called? Rapid fire news, because it's getting really good buzz. But yeah, those are the videos you can look forward to. And obviously Zack Attack News Live, and I'm gonna be doing watch alongs again. So be on the lookout for watch alongs. You guys voted for it to be on Saturday, so I'll be doing them 2 Saturdays a month, and we're gonna be doing the Godzilla movies. Oh my god. I'm making 4 videos on Saturday. My Gen V review, Invincible 2 review, September through November, movies ranked, Rise of the Planet Apes review, because it won my... Oh, nice. I'm excited for all that, Preston. Definitely look forward to having you on for the live stream. Oh, yeah. Yes. I'm going to be live streaming with the Obi Thorn Alliance. It's going to be Sunday for me, Monday for him. So if you're in America, it's going to be on, which most of my viewers are. It's going to be on Sunday, I think 6:30 for me. And we're going to be talking about our top 5 movies and shows for 2023. Me, him, well, them, it's 2 of them, and Zach Malign talks movies will be on there. Wonka's maybe, because I barely remember all the Wonka and Charlie. Well, you don't have to remember. It's a prequel. Plan on starting a Walking Dead series in 2024. Mission Impossible 4. Oh, yeah, I got to watch your review for Mission Impossible 3. Are you watching LeBron versus KD tonight? I wish I was, but I think I'm going to be doing YouTube stuff. I watched the one that I was like, I don't think I've ever sat down and watched the original Wonkas, but But yeah, it's 2 minutes past the time that I said I was going to leave. I love you guys. You guys would keep me here forever, ever. But I appreciate every single one of you that was in the live chat. Just giving quick shout outs. Sub to Preston Reviews. Sub to Obi Thorn Alliance. Sub to Collector Movies, man. Sub to Kenny Sparks. Let's get him to 800. Sub to Dave's show. Who else was on here all day? Have you seen with T? Go sub to him too. Sub to Mayanne just for the hell of it. She does nice little cute shorts. I said Dave show already, right? Yeah. Yeah. And those are the main guys that was here. You guys have a good night. I appreciate you guys. See you for the next live stream. I might be doing Godzilla 2014 this Saturday. Actually, no. I'm going to be doing Across the Spider-Verse first, and then we'll get into the Godzilla stuff. So I'm going to be doing Godzilla, Across the Spider-Verse probably this Saturday, and then we'll get into the Godzilla films, doing live watch alongs of that. So look on that for this Saturday, hopefully my reviews, and next week for Zack Attack News Live. You guys have a good night and be safe. Look out for a community poll as well. I think I'm gonna be dropping one soon. But good night.